I'll show you after though.
Hassan, you intro today.
Yeah, Hassan, do the intro today for the podcast.
Welcome to the Bottom Line Podcast. And news.
Finally.
News. We'll talk about today.
Let's get raw into the
Right now.
I don't have news actually. I just have a game to play today, so I don't have news.
Yeah, we started off with the games.
Yeah, no news.
This is. I left the onus on you guys to bring the stories. You know, I'm always doing it. I wanted to delegate the responsibility.
I didn't know.
Hey, this is our podcast. No one said you can't do anything.
True. The Milwaukee media, but I'm talking about their stupid jerseys.
What?
There's actually nothing good though. I mean,
Laker Media Day, but do you want to make a whole thing on that? Because it's going to be a while. There's a lot of stuff.
Laker Media Day? Like what?
And they had a lot of practices. I've been watching their practice videos.
Oh.
What I've heard is it sounds good.
There's Joel Embiid joining Team USA. And he's from Cameroon.
Oh yeah, that's actually
valid?
We don't need him.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't, bro.
We need everybody we can get.
I don't want him
need
on
that guy.
Team
We don't
USA.
want him.
Why not?
We're not gonna get out the second round.
This guy.
We're stuck. We're literally stuck. There's nothing we can do.
Or he won't get out the second round. He'll be done by
He'll be
2
back
games
in
in.
2
Yeah.
I wanted AD, but maybe he could.
He'll
still
join
play.
too. I think a lot of them are. The Avengers are uniting.
I just don't want Embiid because he like reps other countries pretty heavily, and it's just like you can't just pick what country you're part of. I think that's pretty
Damn,
scummy.
that's crazy.
Where's he
Like-
from?
Cameroon,
But he's also.
He's a citizen.
U.S. citizen. I guess if you're a citizen of any place, you can choose where you want to be.
I think he played for. There's a third country that he's involved with.
The
I'm not
United
sure.
States?
It's Cameroon, France, and
There you go, France. Yeah, he just can play for France for whatever reason.
He's in one.
Nobody want to play with Rudy Gobert.
Oh God.
Take over his spot. They'll definitely
And
start
Wembanyama.
you over.
Fournier.
Fournier. He's actually. I like Fournier, but he won't play.
I mean,
Preseason's back too.
Yeah, Mavericks lost yesterday. If I'm
Yeah,
not
they played in
mistaken.
Abu Dhabi. I think.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi do. Hey, shout out to the fans there. You guys might get a team if you keep the funds going up.
Well, them shits is like, you know how far you'd have to fly.
Yeah, they want to do an NBA team. It'd be like a league. I guess they already have one there, don't
They
they?
might play games there though. You know how they
Yeah,
play
for sure.
in London already. 2 weeks
France,
in a row
right?
in
Or
the
Paris.
Tell you, man, if I
NFL. Yeah,
had
they
a kid,
played Paris.
Where they from, Gabe?
Gabe, where were
Product Mbappe.
who was in Paris, Gabe? I'm just kidding. I'm not again.
Niggas.
Yeah, they're from there.
Oh my god! All right, I brought NFL stuff today. We could start with that
Okay.
and then move to the standing predictions, or we could start with NBA stuff and then do
NFL too. We get Isaac's perspective on NFL stuff.
We should add Isaac's pick'ems to this week's thing because he
I'm
wanted
not.
to-
No, we're not just gonna do it. You gotta you gotta hop on the Discord next time. Because we're not about to go through every game for one person.
I'd have been 0-1.
Right?
He said he would have picked the Commanders.
You would have had a donut
Would have
too?
taken the Commander.
We can.
bet,
You
bet.
can get him like after the show. Get his picks after the show, and we'll just tally it.
We can do a.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you feel about the Bears winning their first dub?
Yeah,
Oh, how do I feel about the Bears winning their first dub?
The only Bears fan.
This feels immaculate, sensational, everything in between, guys. Everything that these guys were saying last week or a couple of days ago on the pod, just don't even listen to their football knowledge at all because they've given up on the Bears when I told them not to. They all voted against me when I
did
told them
not
not
say
to.
that.
They said just because they played good against the Eagles, they're gonna beat the Bears. But clearly, DJ Moore and Justin Fields had different plans. So, what do you guys think about DJ Moore and Justin Fields the other night?
I think DJ Moore is easily a top 15 wide receiver in the league. Yeah, they needed to prove themselves.
Easily.
Yeah, I think it's top 15. He's 15.
All right, continue. Whatever. We're not about to
But
debate.
yeah, I think
receivers
this is like a
today.
do or die situation for the Bears. If they lost, I think Eberflus's job was on the line. That's how serious it was. There's like rumors about Justin Fields losing his job if they get the first pick. They also have the Panthers' top pick, which might become a first too. So double the chance to get Caleb Williams. And if Caleb Williams is obviously going to be their pick over Justin Fields, sadly. So he proved himself to be good this year. Hopefully he can continue to do so, and I'll be rooting for the Bears to do so.
So you're a Bears fan now.
Packers fan, but
How you
Same
gonna
here.
root for the Bears? then?
Fields.
well, I like the players on the team.
Okay. Respect.
Can't be mad. Yeah.
What about you, Bez? How do you feel about that?
About what?
About the Bears fucking beating the shit out of
I
them?
have no feelings. I mean, it's good to see them be a competent NFL offense because the first 4 weeks. I mean, last week they played well against the Broncos, but before that it was like night and day. They couldn't even remain close with the Packers. Who else did they play? They got blown out by the Chiefs, obviously. Another team they couldn't keep up with. I forget
for
who
sure.
it was.
And they
But
lost to Denver.
Justin Fields didn't pass for over like 211 yards, I think was his most the first 3 games. But I mean, he's been picking it up the last few weeks, so it's good to see that from him and the team overall. Because before that, it looked very bad. At least now they're looking like they have some type of system and plays to call that work. So it's a step in the right direction, but I'm still not confident in them doing much this year.
Do you think it helps him keep his job?
I mean, it has to. He's been playing well these last. He leads the league in touchdown passes right
Well,
now.
he has extra week.
Yeah, but
But
still,
What do
has
you mean?
another good week. He'll be up there for sure without any of the extra week stuff. So, I mean,
According to people's expectations, this guy shouldn't even be in that category of leading touchdown passes. Even
that
if he has one
has
more
nothing
game.
to do with how good of a player you are. Like,
That's what I'm like. He has it though.
An extra week is a lot. DJ Moore is also top 5 in receiving yards because he has an extra week. Let's wait till end of Sunday.
but I'm saying if he has
Tuesday.
another good week, then it's no more extra week. Like, some QBs are going to struggle this week. No one. Okay, he threw 4 touchdown
Yeah,
passes
that's
yesterday.
not,
Not
normal.
Yeah, QBs are not going to do that every week, so he's going to catch up to them.
Josh Allen will. I got him.
Hope so.
Fuck Josh Allen.
Good hater.
Why?
Fuck Josh
Jalen
Allen
Hurts.
too.
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts.
Oh, yeah.
Eagles are good, yeah, but
All right.
They don't look that.
I'll just do my thing that I brought. It's in and out hot take. So I'm gonna give you a hot take, and you tell me if you're in on the hot take or out on it. So we'll start off. I brought 4 or 5 today. First hot take: the Cowboys are frauds.
Defense or offense? Or
The
whole-
Cowboys are frauds.
whole
I
team?
mean,
who
That's
wants
the
to
hot
start?
take. I mean, you guys
I'm in
got to
on
give
that.
your
You got
take on
Isaac?
it.
I don't know. You start from me.
yeah, I said I'm in on that. You want me to explain?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Because it's like the games that we've seen so far, they haven't played anyone like really good. This is gonna be their first test, and I truthfully don't think that they're gonna do well against the 49ers. Like the 49ers have such a good offense, and they lost Trayvon Diggs like last game or the game before. So I don't think they really have a real chance of competing against like the top teams. Like I think the Eagles are still better too. Like
No, I don't think so.
I think that
I
I
think
think,
so.
that their offense isn't good enough to keep up with these teams' offenses. I
So
the
how many
Eagles-
teams do you think
the Eagles
can-
have like a low key slow start, but I think they'll pick it up
Okay.
as the season
He has a
goes
point,
along.
at least in terms of the competition.
Yeah, but how many, like the 49ers, you think they're the best team, right? In the NFL?
Yeah.
So how many teams do you think can actually compete with them in a game?
A few.
The Chiefs,
I
in my
think the-
opinion.
Philly can when they're clicking.
I think Philly and the
I don't
Bills-
think Philly has a chance. I
I
think
think
Cowboys have a
Philly and
better
Buffalo
chance.
have a chance.
I mean,
They
Philly
have a
can
chance. They always have a
compete.
chance. I'm not gonna say that they don't have a
Obviously,
chance,
they
but I
lost
don't think
their
they'll
offensive
win.
coordinator, so it's been showing like they're not
Yeah, you can see
moving
it.
the ball like they were last year. But when they
Their
get
defense
going, they-
defense allowed 31 points against the Commanders. That defense
yeah,
is
the
not the
defense
same.
doesn't look good. The defense
Against the
is not-
Niners, Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah, it was definitely better last
they'll
year.
get cooked.
Doesn't look as good,
I think the Cowboys are at the same tier, right, as the Eagles.
I think that
Bills?
right
No,
now
I
they are.
wouldn't- I
Right now
wouldn't.
they are. Like if we're gonna talk about like what we've seen this season, but that's what I'm saying. In reality, I feel like if they face those teams, they're not gonna look nearly as good as they have playing the Giants and
The Jets.
the other the Jets and shit.
Arizona,
Like
New England.
Yeah, okay, that's fair, but I think their roster, top to bottom, competes with them. You have a quarterback that's good enough
When it's healthy, yeah.
when healthy.
Yeah.
And
CeeDee
they lost to
Lamb,
the
Brandon
fucking
Cooks,
Cardinals.
Tony Pollard's the top running back in the
He just needs
league.
to be healthy.
Michael Parsons is defensive player, one of the best defensive players too.
Yeah.
So if you want to count their roster from top to bottom, and they've won most of they lost to the Cardinals. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
if you
but
want
I
to use
say,
that
like, I
as
wouldn't
an
think-
They got their
excuse.
ass
the Niners wouldn't lose the
Yeah.
Cardinals like that. Like
But their roster is like good enough for them to always compete, though.
Yeah.
they was getting
So-
mad defensive plays like throughout the games. Like their offense, like Dak Prescott hasn't looked good, and it's just like
He's been
being
solid.
swept under the rug because the defense has been so good.
He just
But
hasn't
the
like
defense has been good against
Prescott?
Daniel Jones and them. Like,
yeah. Well, we haven't seen
and
him
Joshua
like
Dobbs.
win a game for them. That's the reason why you said
Can't
that.
win a game.
He hasn't done it yet. This
I don't
season,
think
he's
he's-
done it in the past,
I don't think he's nice like
Yeah,
that no
he
more.
has.
I think he's washed
just not
up.
in the playoffs.
Do you consider like Dak Prescott like in his career right now serviceable, or is he above serviceable in your opinion?
Dude, he's like top 12, top 10.
No, hell no.
Dude,
my
I can
God.
name.
Hell no.
But no,
Top
Hassan,
12.
Hassan, before you name him, because you're
Out of
saying
30
you're making it
teams?
sound like Dak's this, the team is amazing, but Dak is just right there.
I'll take the
So
young guys
how,
over
where
him.
do you rank? Where do you? How much slack are you gonna give Dak Prescott for not being that good when he needs to be?
He's average.
He's
He's,
good
a-
enough.
average.
He's average.
NFL cute quarterback.
Okay, exactly.
He's good enough.
Hassan, Stroud or Prescott?
Prescott, he's played more games.
Oh my
Dude, CJ Stroud has played
motherfucking
5
God.
weeks, 4 weeks.
He
You
became-
gonna tell me he's better after a month of football?
Already
I've seen enough.
injured.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I see it now.
No.
Already,
It's
you
a
know what's
month.
Crazy? You know what's crazy?
It's a month.
You know what's crazy? Who are his receivers? Tank Dell.
It's
Nasty.
been a
Nico
month.
Collins?
Nasty.
So
They're
you think
good,
Anthony
don't get me
Richardson's
wrong,
better
don't
than
get me
than
wrong,
Dak
they're
Prescott
good.
too?
Huh?
Anthony Richardson's better than Dak Prescott as well? Oh my God.
You
He's
really
only-
gonna
he's
ask
only
me
played
this?
two
Dude,
games,
it's
one
been
or two
years
games,
of
bro.
Dak Prescott
He
compared to
looks good,
4
brother.
games.
I feel like 5 games or 4.
Oh,
four
tell
or
me,
five
tell
games
me,
is different than
Dak
one or two.
Prescott's
It's
4
like-
games as a rookie.
Okay, what is potential's there because like you don't
Potential
know
is
how
there.
good they're gonna be,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
But the flashes of potential for fucking AR and Stroud are looking amazing.
Yeah,
For
I think they
Prescott,
will be.
This is not
But
a
he's already.
potential thing anymore. We know how good you are.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
he gonna fucking do? Max his shit and just get better? Nah. More than likely, we've seen the
Yeah.
best Prescott's gonna be. I think these motherfuckers will pass Prescott, 100%.
I do too, but you're talking off potential. I'm talking about right now, though. Right now, Dak Prescott is a better
Prescott is
QB.
not good.
He's
No,
better
they're
than
not.
them.
If
How
you want
is
to
he
talk
not
about
good?
just on the
Stroud right
season,
now.
if you want to debate the season
How is
totals
he-
right now, Stroud is definitely looking better.
Yeah,
than
for the
Prescott.
season, it's been 4
Right now.
weeks.
You just
I'm talking
said-
about years,
Said
though.
Right now.
I'm
You
not
said
gonna.
right now,
I'm not gonna
Dak's
say
better.
anybody's better than him for playing 4 games in the NFL, because I don't know how
But now, who's
solidified it
better?
is.
Right now, who's better?
What do you mean?
Right now, who is better? Not,
A
don't
better
take,
quarterback is
don't
Dak
take the
Prescott.
past 7
So
years.
then is Kirk Cousins the best quarterback in the league
Listen,
since the
that's
stats
what I'm
say he
saying.
is?
We're
What are you
comparing
talking-
Dak and
You're the
Kirk.
He's
one
decent.
saying
He's-
now.
I'm
I
asking
think he's
you.
better
I'm
too.
asking you.
No, but
Okay.
What would you say? Who's better, Cousins or Prescott?
Kirk Cousins.
What context?
But,
Now we're all
okay,
time.
hold on, why do you say that though?
Now, huh?
Why do you say that?
I think he's a better passer than him.
Because of
He's just a better passer.
just like
And he's
gameplay or
I've seen
stats?
him win games for their team more than I've seen Dak
Exactly.
Prescott do it. But Kirk Cousins is better than C.J. Stroud and Anthony Richardson right now, wouldn't you say? And their team's
right
1
now,
and 3.
Yeah. Right now, yeah.
Okay, because of how many yards he has. You're basing it off stats alone, though. The eye test
But the-
too,
but
like.
wait, who has
I mean, that's
more
not-
stats?
that's not
Well,
his
Stroud
fault
has
the
better
defense
stats than
kinda
Prescott,
blew.
so technically, according to that, I mean, Stroud's
But
still better
I'm not
than
basing.
Prescott.
I'm not basing it off stats. You
What
are
are you basing it off?
of performance through the past years. Like we've seen Dak Prescott be really good.
But you can't do
That's
that
why
if
you
you're
can't.
a rookie.
Exactly. So I'm gonna
So
give a rookie.
automatically, the
He's
guy
only
that's
his
good-
sample
so
size is too
Garoppolo-
low.
So Garoppolo better than Stroud.
Okay,
Okay,
I didn't say
but I
that.
don't understand what-
Garoppolo's not good
what
though.
is
He's
our-
never.
What's our
Dude, he's never been
criteria
good though.
for
Though.
ranking these guys, then I don't understand.
I
If
can't.
it-
I can't say someone's better off of 4 games of work. Like let's see. Let's say Victor Wembanyama averages 30 in 4 games. Am I gonna say he's better than like?
I feel like it's
I'll
not
say it.
scary.
I'll say he's better than a lot of players.
What is
Just
best
'cause there's
thing?
so many games
Who are you
in
taking,
fo-
Prescott
in
or
the NBA.
I'm
Stroud?
just saying though. It's the same sample size. Sample size is pretty low.
Bez.
What's up?
Who you
Is that not
taking?
true?
I'm taking C.J. Stroud pretty easily.
Yeah, but he likes C.J. Stroud. If I told him Justin Fields, he'll take C.J. Stroud over Justin
Yeah,
Fields.
that's why I
Houston fan
fucking
now.
took him, bro.
He's a fucking
Personal
Houston
bias.
fan all of a sudden because he took
It's
him.
personal bias, bro.
Brother,
Like,
it's not
What personal bias do I
He
have?
thinks that
you don't like
too.
Justin Fields, you'll
We're
choose
not
like C.J. Stroud over
Houston
Justin Fields
fans.
too, wouldn't you?
I think he's a better player.
Okay, see, Justin Fields is better than C.J. Stroud.
I don't
Justin
think so.
Fields is
I
better
don't.
than
I mean,
Stroud?
I'm not the
All
only
right,
person
all
that
right.
thinks this. Like,
It's been 4 games.
Yeah,
the
we
fact
know,
that you
bro.
only
him
a
out.
sample size of 4 games.
Did Justin Fields
You're
even
gonna
have
say
4
he's better
games
off
last
of
year?
4 games
Good.
of years of
all
experience?
right. Here's my next hot take.
It hasn't been 4 perfect
All
games.
right,
His first-
relax,
his first game was
relax,
terrible. His
relax,
first game was terrible.
relax. You're gonna
Playing
get
from
more
behind,
mad in
too.
in
I would
5
take CJ.
seconds. Relax. You're gonna get more mad. My next hot take is C.J. Stroud is already a top 10 QB. That's my next hot take.
Right now, stats.
No.
10. I don't
Is
know.
he already a top 10 QB? C.J. Stroud.
I'm in. He
Go
yeah.
for a rank. I mean,
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
Who's in your
Let's
top 10?
It don't matter. Name him. CJ's in the 10th.
Top 10?
I'll put him in the top 10
We can
probably.
agree
Off
on
of
the
4
top
games.
10.
Right
now, yes, right now.
So when he finishes the season with like a 6 and something record, below 500 record,
He's not
still gonna
going
be
to.
top 10?
He's not going to.
How much you want to bet? You want to put like a
Are
wheel
you
spin?
putting
Yeah,
it on
I'll
the
put multiple
record,
wheel
brother?
How
spins
many?
that they're gonna have up more than 6 wins this season.
No, above 500.
I mean they might finish 8 and 9. Like that's
I'll
not
give you that too. They won't finish.
okay.
it.
Fine, I'll do 8 and 9 or higher.
Okay, how many spins?
Yeah.
If they win 8 games.
2 spins.
Okay, we'll do 2 spins.
All right, shake on that shit.
Somebody
So
clip it.
8 or more is Bez wins. 7 or less, Hassan
Yeah,
wins. Just to clarify.
they already have 3 wins by the way.
Yeah, I don't think
There's
that
like
could be good.
what,
5 more wins.
He also doesn't have an interception too.
Yes.
And that's not gonna last. Because that doesn't last for anybody.
Okay,
fuck
but
is going
the fact that he
on?
doesn't have one,
Yeah.
that means he's a good player.
Exactly.
You know, Herbert had like one until the other day. He didn't have him for like what 4
You know,
games?
also he's missing
also-
4 out of 5 starters on his O line, and he's
And
still
Eckler.
doing this, leading the
Wait,
league
are you gonna
in.
blame that on
Are you
Herbert
talking about
too?
Houston? You
What?
talking about Herbert?
You fucking
No, I'm talking about the Texans. They're missing 4 out of their 5 offensive linemen.
Crazy fuck.
Let me see.
The receivers, like Omari said,
Okay,
aren't
Patrick
anybody
Mahomes
special.
Is number 1 for sure. Jalen Hurts is number 2.
Yes.
Burrow's top 10.
Yeah.
Allen's top 10.
Debatable.
Yeah.
okay.
Burrow right now top 10.
But Burrow's
right
hurt
now
though.
is tough.
He's hurt.
We gotta talk right now.
Oh, so
though,
is
right?
C.J. Stroud better than Joe Burrow?
No, just keep going. Whatever, I'll give it to you.
That's different.
I'll give that to
That's
you.
4, right?
4 or 5 weeks
That's 4.
in.
Justin Herbert is better than
Okay,
C.J.
it's
Stroud.
5.
That's
Okay.
5.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know.
Questionable.
That's tough.
Tua questionable. He's top.
Nah, Tua, yeah.
Tua, yes,
Tua.
and easily.
They have Dak at 10.
Hell no.
Tom Brady.
Somebody's still on the list.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar,
the wrong
Lamar,
list.
Lamar.
Yeah.
I'd say Justin Fields. Aaron Rodgers is hurt.
Obviously
I'd
not. You
also say
can't
what
do
you
that. That's
Kyler's
it.
hurt.
You can't put anybody
Kirk,
else.
I say Kirk is better.
It's debatable.
I'd say Kirk.
These are okay. No,
Yeah,
Maybe
Jones.
Kirk. I might take Kirk.
Nah, and this is why he's
Bye,
third.
bye.
Okay.
And,
Yeah. So
Travis-
what is that? What
That's
we named
over
like
10.
6 QBs?
That was like
Yeah.
8.
Comfortably?
You named like 8. You named
No.
like 8.
No, we
Let me
didn't
actually
name no
count.
8 QBs that
Nah, I
are
was like
I think
12.
Trevor Lawrence is better than him.
He thinks it's 12. That was
12.
Hold on.
That was
We
like
can count
6
it. Count it again,
definitive
count it again,
QBs
count it
better
again.
than Stroud. The
Oh,
other
you mean
ones were
definitive.
up in the
One,
air.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.
Yeah.
2, Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
3, Joe Burrow.
Okay.
4, Josh Allen.
Uh-huh.
4.
5, Justin Herbert.
Uh-huh.
I'd say Trevor Lawrence is
Okay,
better.
but we're not
6.
going to put that definitively.
Tua.
So 5. 6
Tua's
is
a
Tua.
6.
Alright,
Tua
so
6.
6 consecutive.
Oh, Lamar.
Lamar's
7.
Definitive
7.
7.
That's definitive.
Kenny
I say
Pickett.
Dak.
Kirk Cousins.
Aaron Rodgers, if he's healthy.
We'll give you Trevor. Okay, that's 8 players. We'll give you Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, Aaron
That's
Rodgers
8
and Kyler
players
Murray
only.
are better though.
Huh?
Aaron Rodgers and Kyler Murray are better. They're just hurt.
But they're, I don't know about Kyler Murray.
I don't know about Kyler either.
Stafford's been looking good.
I still take CJ Stroud.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, Stafford's been looking good. He's been doing.
If you
want to
say he's top
Yes.
10 through 4 weeks of the current NFL season, sure, you can say that because.
Oh yeah, Brock
He's gonna
Purdy. I'm
perform.
taking Brock Purdy.
No, I'm taking CJ Stroud.
I'll take
I'm
Purdy.
taking Brock Purdy. He threw 20 for 21.
Purdy is
Brock
good.
hasn't lost.
Brock Purdy is good at avoiding making mistakes, but he doesn't have the talent that CJ Stroud
He's
has.
been throwing dots. He's been throwing balls too.
He
Like,
throws dots.
Bro, if CJ Stroud was on the 49ers, come on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
my
Oh my
goodness.
god.
I mean, I guess
It's 4 games.
Oh my god.
He has all those weapons. You got to take that into
Just
account.
wait.
Fucking
Just
munch.
My CJ Stroud agenda will prevail.
You a
Just
hater.
wait. I am.
I don't understand
This is
because Dak hasn't
quarterback.
been playing that good this year, but Brock Purdy has. So
There's no. I mean, the only game that you can say that is Arizona, but he really hasn't had to play. Like the defense has been showing up for
Have
him.
you seen the
Who?
team?
it's not that he hasn't had to.
The
He
Cowboys.
hasn't.
How do you go
Like
against these teams
it
that
doesn't
really
matter.
hasn't.
It doesn't matter if he hasn't
There's only
had to
one
play
game
that
that he
good or not.
hasn't.
No, but I'm saying it
He
doesn't
literally
matter if
actively
he doesn't
lost
have to
him the
play
game
that
against the
like,
Cardinals. I'll
he
give you
can just
that.
play-
Okay.
But the other games too, like he hasn't won it
So-
or lost. It was the defense.
So he
What,
hasn't.
do you want, what else do you want him to do?
No,
though?
so he hasn't shown you the
He
ability
hasn't
to win
played good.
games this year, and he lost the game against the Cardinals. So he hasn't really shown anything this year.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. Like
you can argue why CJ Stroud is better this year, but from previous years, Dak has shown us.
He
that.
was.
I'm
He
saying
looked bad
currently-
last year too,
yeah, I'm saying currently I would
They won
take
13
CJ
games.
Stroud.
Well, he was hurt, but
and he threw the
He was
most
hurt.
picks in the league.
that is true. But
Yeah, he won 5 games for
he won
them.
5. Yeah.
Cooper Rush looked good. Cooper Rush.
Based off previous games, I'll say Dak Prescott is better. We'll leave it at that.
I'm-
And then
I'm-
we'll be watching CJ Stroud from.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on CJ Stroud.
Alright.
He's a top 10 QB already.
I'm out on that.
Okay, next one. Joe Burrow contract was a mistake.
Out.
Okay, judging from obvious reasons, yes, but I mean,
What?
Whoa, yes.
Damn.
he's played bad since he got it. It's just
He's hurt.
facts.
It's
I get
fucking
what you're saying.
4 games.
I get what
Oh,
you're
now
saying.
it's 4 games.
I get.
Now it's
Yeah.
4
It's
games.
4
We'll see after
games.
he's hurt. We'll see after he's done being hurt. That's what I was gonna say. Can I finish?
No.
You
Right
just
now.
said you're out.
The reason
Bro
he got-
said
I
no.
didn't
I
say
didn't
Said
say
you
I'm
can't
in.
finish.
Did I say I'm
He
in?
said he's in on it being a bad contract.
Oh, okay.
But why did he get paid in the first
no,
place?
Wait, you're in
This is
on
like that
the
Victor
bad
Oladipo
contract.
situation. He got
No,
paid. He
it's
got
not.
hurt.
Oh, it's definitely
Switch,
different.
like, what
Okay,
the
I mean,
fuck?
then
Why
he's
did he
never
get paid in the
back.
first place though?
Because he's him.
Nice.
Okay.
So why is it a bad
Well,
contract?
Gabe said
If he's
I
him.
got
I literally said after you guys all yelled at me, we have to see until after he's done being hurt. But right now, he's not doing anything.
If he's hurt for the whole year, it doesn't matter. It's still a good contract.
Then we'll see
'Cause
when
he's
it's
him.
done. My statement
So-
still stands after he's done being
I
hurt.
don't know about
Question.
that. If he's hurt
Gabe.
for the whole year, that's.
Dude, there's players
Gabe,
that's been
so
hurt in
if
the
you could
past
take
for
the
a whole
contract
year
back,
and
would
still
you?
are good.
I mean, no, he's in my general opinion. We just have to wait and see until
So
he's
you're
done.
not out, brother.
He's hurt, brother. But as of right now, he sucks.
You're in, brother.
I'm
Let
in.
me tell you.
You're in.
I'm in. I'm all
No.
in.
But I mean, the take was that it was bad. So.
It just
In
looks
general,
hella,
I mean-
it look hella,
How
hella
is it
bad.
bad?
Timing
Yeah,
is
No,
bad.
I'm saying
bad
he agrees.
games,
He
like-
thinks it's bad.
Dude, everybody gets hurt. I mean, if a lot of people are not playing with our strained calf.
There's no right answers here. I asked you if you're in or out.
Yeah.
Don't have to argue against each other.
Yeah,
I'm
but
asking
dude,
you your
that's the reason why
opinion.
You're asking
I'm
us
out.
though if we're in or out.
No, just asking for our
Obviously
opinions.
controversial.
It's true.
It's asking if
No,
we
but
believe
don't try to
our
manipulate
takes.
him to change it. I just want to
Yeah,
know
that's
your
true.
wanna
take.
know why.
I gave you the answer. You can't handle it.
I'll answer.
The truth.
All right, next one is the Bills are the best team in the AFC.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
I don't know.
I mean,
I think that injury
mean,
What do you think's better?
hurt them a little bit.
What do you think's better?
I like San Fran. Oh, but
San
you said
Fran,
in
they're
the-
not.
you said in
AFC.
the- yeah.
Chiefs?
I don't know.
No, they're not.
No,
Damn.
Then yeah.
I mean,
Because of what?
because of
put their hands on
Well,
Dolphins.
What, the
they lost
Chiefs?
to the. Who did they lose to? Week.
They lost to the
Lions.
Jets.
2.
That was
Week
Q-
1.
That was
They did-
Without
Not
without
Mahomes.
Travis Kelce.
That was not Mahomes' fault.
Loss is a loss. The Bills have been.
Oh,
they
no
lost
Chris
to the
Jones
Jets.
either, by the way. He didn't play that game.
They almost lost to the Jets and let Zach Wilson cook too.
Yeah, it was
With
Mahomes'
the
worst
roster.
game, and they still won.
Yeah, but they barely won. And the Bills have been looking pretty dominant. Their defense is.
The
been
Bills
pretty dominant.
actually did lose to the Jets, actually.
Yeah, that don't count.
Yeah, and Josh Allen played a really
Yeah,
bad
he played
game.
the worst game of his life.
Okay, dude.
That was week 1.
So
Okay,
you
but
can
since
so you
then,
can
that
give
was the first
leeway to
game.
Josh Allen for week 1,
Let
but
me
not
finish
Mahomes.
first. You're cutting me off, giving points when
The
I'm
Bills
trying
are
to
a
finish my
better
main
team.
point in the beginning.
You did that to me earlier. We're not
No,
gonna manipulate,
okay,
no.
I did. I can't be manipulated in this fact.
Okay.
Their defense is obviously better than the Chiefs, correct?
Facts.
It's better, but it's
Their
not,
offense is
it
better
isn't-
than the Chiefs, right?
Yeah,
Facts.
it is.
They're
Special
looking-
teams
the
is better
Chiefs
than the
aren't
Chiefs,
looking-
right?
I don't know.
Chiefs defense is good too, though.
It's
Yeah,
not
Chiefs
better
have a
than
good
the Bills.
defense.
Teams going
Bills
crazy.
scored 4 touchdowns, I think.
Yeah.
Their
Off
defense. Yeah.
What?
Against Sam Howell. Oh, not 4 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
I mean, yeah, Sam Howell is not like very good.
4 though. 4 interceptions.
pick, brother.
That's a good defense, regardless of who
But
you
they
are.
lost somebody.
Who? Oh yeah. Tre'Davious White. They lost him. Yeah.
Sam Howell has zero pocket
Yeah, it was the
awareness.
Bills D that got the picks.
The only reason the Bills lose games is because of Josh Allen's interceptions. If he limits that, then kind of unbeatable, bro.
Listen, the leeway you give on your takes is crazy.
Because he had
Explain
one
why.
bad- he had the
No,
first
for,
game
for, like,
was
for
bad.
your
and that
defense
was it.
takes, you give mad leeway, but when you're like trying to argue another point, you're like, oh, because of this excuse, because of that excuse.
Everything
I
he's
said the team is
saying,
better in every facet though, besides QB. And the QB is pretty close. It's not like they're in the same tier.
no.
I say they are.
Mahomes a tier ahead
Mahomes and Allen.
is ahead of Allen.
Mahomes a tier ahead of
Yeah,
Allen?
Mahomes in his own tier.
You think?
Yeah,
Mahomes
everyone
is
else
an
is a tier
exception.
below
What is
Mahomes.
that, Mahomes tier?
It's just Mahomes by himself.
They both?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I would consider like Mahomes, Allen in the group.
No, there's no group. It's Mahomes by himself, and
It's
then
tough, he's a- 'cause
Lamar,
Mahomes' work is not-
Josh,
No, Lamar-
Herbert.
He can be beaten though.
He
He can be
I
beaten
think
though.
I think Mahomes is his own tier.
I don't
He's a
think
Super
Tom
Bowl
Brady
champ.
has ever
Nobody
been, like,
else
in his
in
own
the
tier
NFL
either.
is a Super Bowl champ at QB except
So when
Patrick
Tom
Mahomes.
Brady was at his peak, he was in a tier of his own to you,
Yeah.
just because of his
What do you
winning.
mean? Russell
Yes.
Wilson's
I
playing?
think like skill level.
You're right,
The
you're
nigga
right.
can run, bro.
You are right.
There's other quarterbacks that have.
But for
different
obvious
talents.
reasons, we can't throw him in there.
Yeah.
That helps.
I'm talking about skill set and like compared.
You
to
could argue
everybody,
that,
I
yeah.
don't think everybody else is.
But I think
He was just very. He's
Nowadays not like that.
More accurate.
yeah.
He is.
Okay, I kind of agree with your Mahomes thing. Mahomes
I feel like-
he deserves to be in his own tier. I
Yeah,
agree
I
with
think
Bez.
so. I think he should
Well,
be in a
I
tier
feel
of
like
his
he's the
own.
best player in the league, but I think
Okay.
there's quarterbacks in the same tier. I don't think there's a quarterback that's unequivocally the greatest. Like,
But like back in like 5-6 years ago when like Breeze was balling out, like Tom Brady was like winning and stuff. Like
same tier.
that time, yes, but now there's not like people who challenge Mahomes. You know what I'm saying?
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Jalen
I don't
Hurts.
think he
Josh Allen is 0-4 in the playoffs against Patrick Mahomes.
Literally don't- he's his son.
Okay,
And
then Joe Burrow doesn't Joe Burrow have the upper hand against Patrick Mahomes?
Well, he beat him 1 year.
Where's his Super Bowl rings? There's the offset. Where's
Yeah,
Joe
that
Burrow's
also
Super Bowl
too.
rings?
I'm just talking in terms of skill. Obviously, by resume, Patrick Mahomes has the best resume. If you want to say tier
Skill
of resume,
too.
I don't
Skill
think
too.
he's that much. I don't think he's in a tier of his own. Tier of his own, like
Okay.
different
I'm not gonna
level.
change your mind, but I get what you're saying.
Come on, based on skill.
Oh,
I don't
skill.
agree with you, but I get what you're
If you want to
saying.
say resume, sure.
No,
you
but
can say that.
skill, he's smarter and he's more accurate.
Smarter.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure,
I
smarter.
think he's a smarter player.
I think he just
I mean,
he's
I
more
don't mean
capable.
smarter.
I feel like-
IQ, but his
Josh Allen's
playmaking
really
is
accurate
better.
though.
Yeah, for
Playmaking
sure. His
is better.
playmaking is
That's
better.
what I mean.
I feel like his body can do other things that like Joe Burrow can't. Like in terms of like Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
This guy, like the way he throws, like he can do like a sidearm. You'll never see Joe Burrow throw a pass like that, you know?
Yeah,
well,
we're Josh.
that's why he's kind of in his own.
I seen Jordan
We don't-
Love
we
do
don't
it
see-
though.
I guess, yeah.
in that aspect.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't see Patrick Mahomes running.
Am I wrong?
running the opposite and jumping in the air. we don't see
Yeah.
we don't see him take the opposite and jump in the air like Josh Allen do though.
You don't see him do the tush
A little
push
bit.
like Jalen
I
Hurts.
feel you, yeah.
The undefeatable touch push.
I seen Jordan Love do throws that Mahomes does. Does that make him elite too?
No, I actually have.
I have.
Same-
How have you not seen those throws?
Well, I've seen like sidearm throws, but it's not like Mahomes is though.
It's pretty similar. He's just less accurate. Like
Yeah.
It doesn't look the same to me personally.
I think he
And
looks
plus,
very
Mahomes
similar.
Has played baseball.
They literally compared him to Mahomes when he was coming out of
Sounds
college.
like you're glazing Mahomes a little bit, buddy. He's not sure he's not a tearing of his own.
Yeah. Now you're convincing yourself.
He's like, he played baseball. I'll get it best.
I just think he's in the same tier. Am I wrong for that?
Yes.
Josh Allen, second sport?
Kyler Murray did.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he
He
sucks
got
at Mahomes.
drafted. he was
Number
a
one, I think.
pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
he was a number one
You know how
baseball
crazy
pick.
that is? Number 1 in 2 sports.
That is crazy.
Picked the wrong one. I'm just kidding.
Maybe he
He would have
did.
been making so much more money too.
No, in baseball.
Shit.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
already making
definitely.
250 right now, though.
insane, but baseball contracts are.
But you have to wait. You know, how you don't start like right away into the league.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know he wasn't gonna study either. So.
That too.
You don't gotta study
0%.
plays in baseball.
Oh, you might. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that works, but. My next in and out hot take is the Steelers will draft a QB next season.
I hope so.
I can see that.
I'm in Jessica for manifestation.
I mean,
Just for
the whole
manifestation,
NFL
I mean.
though is like.
Keep in
based
mind
off the
they're
year.
not. They're probably not getting the first pick. So like it's gonna have to be like
Yeah,
those
no.
tier 2 quarterbacks in the draft.
Oh.
I wouldn't do it if I say stick with
Obviously,
Kenny.
if they get Caleb,
Yeah,
they draft him. But
obviously.
like I'm talking about any of the
Anybody
other
else,
quarterbacks,
stick with Kenny
like
Pickett.
Drake May or Michael Penix or whatever.
Michael, what?
Penix, whatever. I don't know. I'm not.
That's flashes. Kenny has flashes. I think.
But what are you guys in on that?
I'm in on that because Kenny Pickett sucks.
Okay.
I don't
Fair.
think
That's
it's-
fair.
I
He
don't
does.
think it's really
suck.
him. I think it's.
I think if somebody's
Play
out there that
calling.
they like or they've like seen, maybe yeah,
It's not
take a
just play
chance on
calling
them.
though.
Yeah, it's not just Pickett either.
You know what?
They have given competition.
At least
in
he'll
the
fight for
past.
the job too. Yeah, like if
You
you
know?
draft a QB,
Yeah,
like,
so it's
doesn't
like-
mean it's QB1 automatically.
I don't think they're known for paying
Well-
players, right? Like free agent players. They're not a big.
Steelers?
Are
I'm
they?
not too sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they'll
Quarterback. I
go out
mean,
and grab a
Roethlisberger was
fucking
there all
quarterback.
year. I mean, all his career. So
Yeah.
we'll see. It's too early to tell for me. I don't know. It's only 4 weeks.
Are you
Plus they're
in or
2-2.
out or that? You got to pick.
I'll be out.
Okay,
For now.
that's fine.
Out means do not draft a QB.
That means
Yeah.
like you don't agree with that. That they
Out.
Okay.
I'm out as well.
So
I
you
think they
still
have a
don't
lot of
pick
more issues to
I'm in.
resolve in QB.
All right.
Facts.
Okay, and the last
Making
one.
Najee look ass.
It's definitely not him.
It's his fault.
That's not the
If
case.
he could throw the ball, they could open up a lane.
All right, the last one. If the Bears get the #1 pick, they will trade it for the second year in a row. Are you in and out on that?
I'm out of that. They have the worst record in the league and they're the #1 pick. They'll be
Well,
drafting a
it
quarterback.
doesn't have necessarily be through them. It could be through the Panthers.
They'll still draft a quarterback. I think Caleb Williams is generational. Too.
So, and they'll trade Justin Fields,
Yeah,
even if he
you get more
starts playing
assets.
well.
Well, yeah, because Justin Fields is
That-
gonna be. You're gonna have to pay him soon. If you don't want to pay him and get 4 more years of a fresh quarterback, and you get Caleb Williams, you can spend money on other assets. Trade Justin Fields and get other assets too.
When you
Yeah,
talk
you can
about
It's
Yeah,
not
you
as
got-
easy as it seems, though. Like you got to remember that he's been in the system for a few years. He's going to be learning this year. He's going to be familiar with the players. Like you can't just say, "Oh, get him out of here." We'll drop in Caleb Williams and it'll be like magic. Like
Well,
there's a lot
the
of
talent is that good. That will kind of offset everything else, I'd say, especially Caleb Williams' talent. So, in my opinion, because you can get a lot of good assets defensively for Justin Fields or picks. Too.
you can get more for Caleb Williams.
Do you guys
You can.
believe in Caleb?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's already better. Than
He's
a lot of
he's
quarterbacks.
honestly the least like risky draft prospect in the last couple of years.
I decline to answer this question
Why?
because I like Justin Fields too much, and I'm gonna say the. What
I was forced to ask.
That could
answer
go-
No, yeah, you got to
I like
answer.
him like that, bro.
I do like him.
I'm out.
business
Whatever the one
decision.
that they should keep Fields. I'm out.
Okay, you're out
there
then.
you go.
Yeah, you're out.
Nah,
Fuck
get rid of
Caleb.
that nigga. I think they could get a lot for Justin Fields, especially like if he does start playing better. Like then it just ups his stock. You know, I feel
But
like
then wouldn't they think about trading that pick instead of him?
But
If
I
he
feel
starts
like-
playing better, like, oh, why would we draft this guy that we have to like teach the system if this guy we have is started to play good
'cause
finally?
I feel like his potential is even just looking at it now is still higher than Fields. Like
So
Fields-
even if Fields starts taking off second half of the season, like ends on
If
a
he-
hot
I mean,
streak,
if
you're
he
gonna
starts
trade him on
looking-
that hot
if
streak.
he starts looking crazy,
Okay.
then it's just like all right,
Can't trade
like
him, yeah.
you know, but
Like the
if-
last 2 weeks, I'm saying like.
The last 2 weeks.
Okay, that's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I'm about to
though.
say,
no
yeah,
quarterback-
like-
I mean-
Mahomes doesn't put up 4
Like-
touchdowns in a game.
like if he started going crazy, then yeah. But like if they have this like a mediocre team after this, like, but he was playing like good or serviceable, you know, like I would still just flip him because like it'll still be more time that he's shown that like he's not like if he's barely at this level now, like Caleb Williams, like his ceiling is
He's
much
starting
higher
at
than
that
his.
level.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, pretty much. Like, if they're just like a regular team, like, I don't see why you would keep someone who has shown you that they have those hot and cold streaks.
No, I get you. I get you. What
When
about
Caleb
you,
Williams
Isaac?
looks like he's LeBron James.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
He
LeBron
might be. He might be.
James.
He might be Vic.
The same. I think I'm out. I don't think they'll trade. I think they'll trade Fields. Yeah.
So you're in.
You're in.
So, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, I'm in.
Okay.
I think they'll trade Fields because like their whole shit looked bad with the police investigating that one guy too. Like maybe they're
That's
trying
not
to
the
get a
team,
fresh
That's
start.
irrelevant to
No,
the
I'm just
question,
saying fresh
but
start. Get rid of
Wait,
everybody.
who?
I
you
mean,
know what I'm
Justin
saying?
Fields not the one getting investigated.
No,
Though.
yeah,
Just
nothing
saying,
to
You're
do
just
with
saying
that.
like
Fresh
you'll
start.
get rid of
Justin
Matt
Fields-
Ryan,
It's my take.
like,
Don't
oh,
try and
just
convince
start
me.
off
Don't
right.
try and
Okay,
convince
that's not
me.
the take, but yes,
Don't
sure,
try and
I
convince
agree.
me, guys. I'm just saying. I think it's new.
I understand
Fresh
why.
face. You feel me?
Justin Fields stole the equipment.
You know what,
That's why he's
bro?
playing well. He used it
You
to
know
work
what,
out,
bro?
bro.
He said I was working at home.
Like, fuck this. You guys don't have real practice. I'm gonna do it myself.
I don't know.
He only invited DJ.
That's fucked up.
clear.
It's just them.
And Komet part time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Komet.
Oh, Komet's been going crazy too.
He had a couple days in the gym with him.
Komet looks like he knows what he's doing finally.
The trio.
Well, those are all my in or out on the hot takes for
Spicy
NFL
takes.
edition.
I was about to say Deshaun Watson's better too, but
No,
No, you're not.
but nah, I'm not.
Then who?
You finally.
there's literally no basis where you could say that. He had
That's bad,
one
yeah.
good
Oh,
game.
last year's.
4 years ago. 4 years
Yeah, I
ago.
know.
Deshaun
Last
Watson.
year, I mean, like 3 years
That would be
ago.
my basis, but I'm not gonna say that.
Okay. okay.
Watson's not
4 years
good
ago
no
was
more,
him.
brother.
You don't think
He's
he'll
not-
get back to that?
I mean, he might, but he's not who he used to be.
Yeah. Ever since he
No,
stopped,
would.
ever since he stopped getting massages, he
Ever
just.
since he was touching fucking bitches. Oh, God damn it, stop.
That's facts. Too much on his mind.
Damn it. God damn it. Hey, did you see? He's ugly as fuck. Huh?
Deshaun?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Stop.
He got the Soldier
Stop.
Boy lineup.
What?
His lineup. Cause he got the Soldier Boy.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's like this, like diagonal. That shit is wild. Every time I see that nigga's picture on ESPN, I'm like, why is that nigga? Why did he do him like that? Like they couldn't give him a fresh lineup. Oh god.
Bada, bada, bada.
Throw my swag on. Come on. That's what he look like,
Fucking
dude.
terrible.
You need a cut.
If he got tats and shit, he's
Get
like
the
he
fuck
look like
out.
big ass Soldier Boy.
Big ass Soulja Boy.
All right.
We can go into this rankings.
NBA time.
Yes, sir.
It's about that time. All right, we're gonna start from the bottom.
From
The
the
15th seed in the West and work our way up to the number 1 seed. Who wanna kick us off with our Western Conference 2023-2024 predictions?
In dead last.
Dead last.
In dead last, I'm putting the Portland Trailblazers.
Damn.
Really?
Damn.
I think they will be exciting to watch. They're going to be fun, high action. But
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be winning a lot of games. But I could be wrong because they do have a huge upside with their guards and Ayton playing now. So I could be wrong.
With my 15, I have the Spurs. I think Wembanyama is gonna progress as a player, but they just don't have enough talent to compete with the tough West, and they'll be last.
I have I have the Spurs as well here. Like you said, Hassan, I think it's going to be a learning curve for Wemby. I do believe in his talent eventually rising to the top. He's a one-of-one player, but first year is going to be a big learning curve. Just the physicality of the NBA, his skinny frame, he's going to have to get used to it. And the players surrounding him, they're decent, but they still got a lot of work to do, I think. So this is, compared to the other teams, I think they have a little more to work with and a little more experience. So, it's okay. They don't have to do great this season. Get another pick, add to the group with Wemby, and then build for next season.
Too many good teams in the West.
Yeah, the West is super stacked when I was thinking about my list.
It is.
I have.
Can you talk into your mic? Why the
I
fuck
have
you
San
got it?
Antonio, guys.
Okay.
I think they're not gonna win shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Elite analysis.
Boom.
Omari.
Honestly, I had the Blazers, but I wasn't thinking about the Ayton trade. So I think that does put them above.
They got Robert Williams too.
Oh yeah, that is true. I think that puts them above the Spurs. I had the Blazers.
You can say 14.
I had the Spurs 14 and the Blazers 15, but
You're switching those
Yeah,
two.
I'm gonna have to switch those.
So
two.
you got 14.
So I got 15 Spurs and I got 14 Blazers.
Okay.
Because of Aiden?
So Spurs.
Yeah, because I forgot. I wasn't thinking about the Aiden trade, so I got the Spurs last.
You were thinking about like just no Dame there, basically, like just
Yeah, like school and them.
they would be
School and shading
definitely.
them. Yeah,
They would
I
definitely
was
be
like,
last.
The reason why I think like the Spurs potentially would be good is because Popovich is still their coach. Like,
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't
their
really lose
coach.
like that.
But they have the least talent, I think,
Yeah, so
in the West. What about you, Isaac? Who's 14?
Right here, I have Houston. I
Damn.
think Houston will fall. I think they'll lose a lot of games. I think they'll compete, but I think they'll majority lose most
because of
the
their
games.
talent, or
Just because that's the objective. I think that's what they're going for. I think they're gonna try and tank.
I don't think that's the objective. They don't even have the draft pick this year.
They did lose KBJ.
I'm pretty
too.
sure.
plus they signed a bunch of.
I changed my pick. I have Portland at 14 now.
Bro, don't let us talk you out of this.
Knowing
Keep it
that
curious.
I got
Keep it
persuaded,
Keep it real.
knowing
Keep it strong.
that they don't have their picks, I will now go with Portland. I think Portland will. I think that's their objective actually. So there you go. Hey.
Yeah, I got the Blazers here too. I think we touched on it a little bit. They have, they hit the reset button. Scoot, Shaden, Simons, Ayton. They have a good young core, but I don't think they're good enough to compete. They'll be fun to watch, definitely, especially with Scoot and Shaden being just high flyers at the rim. But, they're just too young and competing with everyone else in the West. It's just a year for them to kind of get used to each other and really figure out their direction. Just trading Dame is literally your franchise player. So you got a lot of things to figure out before you move on to winning games, really, seriously.
Yeah, I also have Portland here at 14 because they're young, and I think they need to develop more as well.
And in my 14, I have the Spurs. I pretty much said why I think the Blazers are going to be there. I think it's going to they have a chance of being higher, but I think the Spurs as a whole organization, as Hassan said about Popovich, and I think the guys, their young team wants to come out and win games. They don't want to just come out and I know learning is a part of it, but I think they're going to try and come out and win a little bit more than you think. So
Just because they try doesn't mean they'll succeed.
that is true, just because they try.
Do you still think Wemby's a top 10 center in the league?
100%. 100% facts.
I never forget that.
Nothing you can say is going to change my mind.
Did we talk about how
That's so crazy.
his bodyguard slapped the shit out of Britney Spears?
Yeah, I think it did.
What? Oh, yeah.
That was a while ago.
That was a long time
That was during
ago,
Summer
yeah.
League, right?
Yeah, you got to pull up to the pods. We talked about
Last time he was here was in
What
Summer
was
League.
That, though? He slapped the shit out that bitch.
She did,
She's weird, bro.
Said,
She's
who is
weird.
this
That's
bitch? Bow. I was like, damn.
She was like pulling up
She
on
do be
him,
on
too.
one low key.
Yeah, no,
She's
she tried to take a picture,
toxic.
right?
Somebody got randomly,
Toxic. What the
like,
she was
pushing-
dancing with knives and shit. She'll shake the shit out of you. You
But
gotta
she
be
looks like a
careful.
regular.
She got
You're
bangers,
not gonna
though.
know that's her. Looking at her.
She don't
She do got bangers.
And he wasn't born.
Yeah.
That's- or he
He's not who she
might
is.
She's not even.
Security guard,
He's
too,
not
like,
even from
that's
here.
not his
Yeah.
prerogative. Yeah,
he's from France.
All right, Gabe.
prerogative.
Gabe, give your number
who the fuck?
13.
My number 13. And in my number 13 after the Spurs, I have the Utah Jazz.
Ooh.
I like what they got going on, but I still think it's another. The West is really stacked. I don't think a lot of these lower teams are going to get a lot of wins anyway. I just think they're going to edge out the Spurs and the Blazers, in my opinion.
My 13. I also have the Utah Jazz. Gabe.
And losers.
The reason why I have the Utah Jazz, or I put them down here, is because their best player is Laurie Marketing. As I said
Damn, what
before-
does that mean?
He nice.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
As I said before,
Because
As
he's
it-
white.
he's white. He came back from the military. I think he's gonna be. I'm just kidding.
Finland.
Fuck.
Finland, this is for you.
I think, like I said, in my top 10 power forwards list, I think they're gonna figure him out. I don't think he'll have the same season as he did last year, and that's gonna result to less wins.
Figure
so
him out.
He's not gonna be as
Figure
good.
him
I got the Jazz here too. I think they did good in the draft, but I think they lack, especially in the point guard department. They don't really have a true point guard. I don't even know who's going to run PG for them.
Sexton.
He's not a
Clarkson.
point guard for sure. He doesn't pass to anybody. Maybe Keontae George, he did good in the summer league. Maybe THT because he can play make a little bit, but they kind of lack in that point guard department. And they finished the year off not so great. I know they went through some injuries, and they do have a bunch of young players and draft picks, but the West is tough, man. And there is some truth to Laurie Markkinen being your best player. Now, I'm not saying that he's ass or anything like that, but there's a ceiling to what your team could get to if he's your best player.
Which
So.
is trash.
Damn.
13. All right, Isaac, what's yours?
I don't know if I should put Houston or Utah because you guys made a good
It's
case
your
for
pick,
Utah.
Isaac.
Bro, please don't change yours.
I was
Just go off the
persuaded
dome.
again, and now I will put Utah here.
We
I
should
like
just have him
Utah.
give his list first
I like
and then do
Utah.
ours.
Guys, I like Utah because do they have the picks, guys?
Yeah.
I like Utah because
Do they have their picks? Please tell
And
me.
they traded all their people away. They're not looking to win anytime soon.
They can't win either.
Yeah, and they
Name one player they traded last year.
I should have. Don't put him on the spot, bro.
Why
You
you doing this to him?
I just wanted to know.
gotta put him in positions to
Wait,
succeed.
last year. Damn, not last year. What about the year before? Can I say the year before?
Okay.
Go ahead,
Can
yeah.
you? Who did they trade? The
Where
year
did they
before.
trade Donovan Mitchell?
They did.
There you go. Hey!
Yes, sir.
All right, Omari, what's up, bro? Who you got here?
Yes, sir.
I had the Rockets.
Okay.
I think they got a little bit of a learning curve. I think that they also
Yeah.
lost KPJ, which was actually their best guard. If
He was
we're being
being
honest.
Bitch, huh?
That was a
That's
good thing
crazy.
they lost.
Somebody-
I don't
Oh, you
know
weren't
about
there
that,
for that talk. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are talking about him?
Yeah, he needs to be under the jail.
Under the jail. Dude, the
But,
Sixers trying to beat the shit out of him.
They really
Yeah.
tried to trade that nigga too. Like you see that?
Who's gonna take him? Like,
Who want me?
yeah, who want me? No,
Yeah, 0%.
100%.
Let me hook you up. He's like, look.
But
take it.
yeah, I think that losing KPJ is like I know they have a bunch of other guards, but he was still, at least when it comes to like proving games, like he was still the best guard.
You don't think Fred is better than him?
I mean, KPJ was decent like on the other side of the ball too. Fred is
No,
a call.
Fred's decent on the other side. He's just small, but he tries.
No, Fred is good on.
I guess tries, but like
He's capped.
talk about effectiveness. Yeah, like he's capped. Like when it comes to effectiveness, I appreciate the.
But
small
KPJ
dudes who
wasn't
try,
some
but-
world beater on
The
defense
small-
either. You
Well, I
know,
know he wasn't
Just had
crazy,
more
but
potential.
he was
more
just a normal
athletic.
beater.
Yeah, I think just being, just being more,
God.
just being more
You
athletic.
saw
Like,
what the sister said?
Yeah, she was about to
She
put
was
her
like,
brothers on him.
she was like, anybody that paint their fingernails needs to get beat the fuck up.
Really?
I was like,
Caleb
I
Williams.
like,
a
damn.
lot of people.
I was like, damn.
She calling out Caleb Williams.
Not even-
Not Caleb.
Not
Not
even
Caleb.
dudes, anybody.
I was
Anybody.
Like all the
Oh
women,
my
like
God.
Everybody can get it.
She was like, what?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
All right. what is this? 12. Then go 12
Yeah,
for
but I
you
got the Raquitos.
at 12.
12, I got Jazz.
All right. So you just
For all the
swap 'em?
yeah. For all the reasons y'all guys stated before.
I have Houston here for
Me
all
too.
the reasons he stated.
me too. I got Houston here. I'm not gonna say for all the reasons he stated, although I agree with them. But I do agree with the fact that they will have a learning curve with Ime Udoka. We even saw when the Celtics first got him as a head coach. They took off in the second half of the season, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
They started off with a losing record in the first half of that season, and then just had a crazy second half. So
I think RJ Barrett is the reason why they had a better second. He made like a buzzer beater or something like that.
RJ
Changed
Barrett.
it around. Knicks.
What
They
the
played the Knicks.
fuck?
how did that influence the
This buzzer
Celtics?
beater
Because they
just
were.
made
He
us
made a.
hoop better.
Well, yeah, they were up like the
Thank
whole
you,
game.
RJ
They came
Barrett.
back. RJ Barrett made a buzzer beater shot, and that was like
That changed the
That
course
changed
of
the
history.
season.
For y'all.
I don't
that
know.
changed their, that changed
Changed
their
the whole
season.
destiny.
Everybody's just leveled
It's a
up
good
right
reason.
there, like,
Except from that day forward.
You've been watching.
After that buzzer beater,
He
the
said,
whole team
we will
changed.
not try again.
do that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You've been watching too much anime. What is
are you
this
talking
like main character syndrome?
Everybody's
The-
morale.
For
I'm
RJ
just saying
Barrett.
the
like-
record changed after that game.
Okay, it's not because of him though. I
I
think
mean, it's a big reason. It's a reason as to why they tightened up.
I get you.
The dude made a buzzer beater when they were winning the whole game.
I mean, okay, whatever. We'll agree, disagree. Anyway, going back to the Rockets, Ime Udoka, there's going to be a learning curve there, and the Celtics had more talent than the Rockets do this year, and they had a hard time struggling off the gate with Ime Udoka. So I think it'll be even tougher for the Rockets. Like we said previously, you know, the West is more loaded, and yeah, they're gonna have to figure out their rotation too. Regardless of the fact that they added some vets, they still have a bunch of young players. Like that's the majority of their team, and you know that's not always gonna lead to wins in the NBA.
Yeah. I also have the Rockets here. The only reason I have them here is because I think the teams ahead of them or just have better roster. I have a better roster. I think the Rockets will always be in games because of the coach. I think Ime Udoka's a really, really good coach. The signings, I think, made their culture better. I think Jalen Green will be better because of the people around him. Dylan Brooks, Van Fleet. Jalen Green's a good veteran signing. So I think they'll win more games because of that, and they'll actually. Be,
Jalen Green's a good
oh, sorry, Jeff Green. my bad.
I caught that too.
Jeff.
Two
is,
J Greens.
Yeah.
So many greens.
Jeff
Gabe.
Green.
I also have Houston at number 12. Pretty much what Hassan said, word for word, bar for bar. The teams above this, I think, are next caliber of teams, which proves why the West is so stacked. So I could just go on to number 11.
Yeah, who's the next caliber?
The starting of the next caliber, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder. In my opinion, I do think they can sneak in a playing spot depending on how their season goes. I'm really high on Chet Holmgren coming in. I'm pretty sold on SGA, Giddey, their whole team, J-Dub. I love what they got and I love what they're gonna do. I just think the teams above them are a little bit better. They edge them out in certain categories.
All right.
I also have the OKC Thunder for what Gabe said as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that their roster is pretty much the same. Just got a little bit better with Chet Holmgren, obviously, and players will develop. But they'll be around the same space because the teams ahead of them are got better or, in my opinion, should be better than them. So I have OKC at 12 because of that.
That was 11,
11.
if I'm not mistaken. At my number 11, I have the New Orleans Pelicans here.
Damn.
I mean, this team, there's a lot to talk about here. Obviously, with Zion's health, not even his health, everyone's health on the team. CJ's been hurt. Brandon Ingram's been hurt. Trey Murphy starting the season hurt. He tore his meniscus, if I'm not mistaken, so he's going to miss a few months. And, I mean, I think CJ's getting older. I don't think he can handle as much of a load. They still don't really have a true point guard. Like, Jose Alvarado, C.J. McCollum. They need that primary ball handler to kind of be the field general of their offense. Brandon Ingram, I like him a lot. Zion, it's just a question of health, and I'm just not confident. Like,
So
he
you don't
might
think
be.
he'll stay healthy this year?
I think he'll be healthier than seasons past, but I still don't believe he'll play 60
65?
games. No.
Put a game mark. You think
Yeah, what do you think?
early
Like-
prediction game mark.
Like
on Zion.
like 48 games.
You don't think that's good enough?
I'll give him 50 something.
No, because I still think there's deficiencies in the team, and I also have to
Okay,
consider the fact of the other players getting hurt. And, Willie Green, like that one season where they,
2 years ago, yeah.
yeah, they were kind of in the series with the Suns, but since then, I understand the injuries have not helped him, but I think the verdict's still out on how he's going to do as a coach. I'm not saying he's a bad or he should get fired, but I don't think he's like a top 10 coach or anything like that. So, with the fact that in addition to the fact of the injuries and still some question marks around the team, the young players are going to have to take some steps up. Dyson Daniels, who they drafted with a high pick last year.
Solid. last year.
Yeah, but you're gonna have some of these guys have to show something. Kira Lewis, they drafted a few years ago, hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
So I'm not super confident in the Pelicans, but they could prove me wrong. The biggest factor is health, obviously. But I'm just not, from
Confident in that.
seasons past, they'd shown nothing to prove that they could stay healthy.
11.
Good take.
11.
I have Oklahoma. Gabe stated that he pretty much has them here because the team's ahead of them, which would be like the Wolves, New Orleans. They just have better
Rosters.
They have more talent. Yeah, that's it.
Mart.
Yeah, I also have the Thunder.
Shy
They're also just, I mean, they're just a young team, and I feel like I would want them to be higher, but since it's so stacked and I just think the other teams are better.
This is where it gets kind of interesting.
It's
Yeah.
hard, bro.
It's hard to.
Yeah.
Tough. It gets tough in the West.
But after that, I got the Wolves.
That's okay.
My list is nothing like your guys' list. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
see,
I
we'll
got
see.
the Wolves there because I don't know if Jaden McDaniels is gonna be back.
He did break his. He should be back.
He should be back, right? But
Yeah. Broke his hand.
I think that they're Ant.
He played last in the
He
preseason.
was in the preseason game.
Oh, was he? I think
Who?
Ant's gonna have
A little made edit on it.
Who?
Oh, that.
Jaden
yeah.
McDaniels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. He
He's
dunked.
back.
Yeah, he is.
Ant's
He's,
gonna take a jump.
yeah, he broke that
And-
shit at the end of last year.
I think Ant and Cat will be pretty good. I don't think they'll be that bad, but I feel like outside of them, Jaden McDaniels is a good piece.
Conley's still good.
Gobert sucks, huh?
Conley's still good.
That is
He
true.
gives you what
I
you
forgot
want.
they
He's
got
old as
they
fuck,
got him
but
against
He is.
last
But you know what
year.
you got. You're
Didn't
getting
they get
from
someone back? Did they get
But I
Milton
still think
back?
that they're just not as good as
Shake.
the people above them. I think that.
Who did you pick here at 11? Or this is 10?
Wolves. It's
Okay.
10.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, I'm also not so. I've been out on the Twin Towers lineups.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
That's
is
fair,
boo boo as
yeah.
hell.
Okay.
I think that they can't
That's
really
fair.
make that work for real.
Uh huh.
I hope
can
they
see
trade
that one.
Gobert for something. But until then, I got them pretty
Dude,
like.
he's making $200 million, bro.
Ant's gonna be wasting away, averaging 30.
All right, who you got, Isaac?
I got
At 10.
New Orleans right here.
Okay.
Pretty much for the reasons you guys stated.
It was just me, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bez, what you got?
At the 10th seed, I got the Kings. Yeah, I got the Kings here. They had a good season last year, but they did nothing in the offseason. They literally didn't do anything. They signed that dude, Sasha Vesnikov, from EuroLeague, but that's literally it. They didn't bring anybody in. Oh, they brought in Chris Duarte, who may see a few minutes here and there. Not really going to impact anything for me in the overall scheme of things. And we saw some limitations. The guard play was phenomenal in the playoffs with Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, even Davion Mitchell defensively was good. But the big rotation was a question. And they were playing the Warriors, and it was a struggle for Sabonis to stay on the floor, whether it was getting into foul trouble or even just being.
stopped off.
But, he was in
Broke
foul
his ribs.
trouble. He was
Bad in that
he was not
Yeah,
good
he
in
was
that
bad.
series. Am I wrong
Not
for
at
saying
all.
that?
Nah, you're right.
So,
You're correct.
yeah, it's concerning for me. I mean, regular season might not matter too much, but I think there are ways to exploit this team, and that's on the interior. We saw the formula with the Golden State Warriors and them not even being a big team at all. So I feel some regression coming for the Kings. Last year, light the beam. They missed the playoffs so many years.
Yeah.
They had a motivation and a purpose, and I'm sure they're going to come
Damn,
out with that
so
same
You think
aggression
they're
this
sliding
year.
from 3
Yeah,
But-
it's like 3 to 10.
I
3 to
think
10
I
is
think they're
crazy.
going to be a playing team this year.
I like what you said, but I have them a bit higher because of the reasons why they were at 3 before. But my 10 think this is gonna surprise you guys. I have the Dallas Mavericks at 10.
It's not that surprising. They
Think-
really didn't make the playoffs.
Got him a little
last year.
higher than that, but it's not
I know
like
Omari
super
is a
crazy.
Kyrie guy.
No, I got him a little bit higher.
Yeah,
The
I have
reason
them
I
a
have
little
them at
bit
10,
higher,
I think they're going to play the same way. I saw some of the preseason game. Luka
Oh.
had like 25 in the first half. I think they're going to keep the same way of play, which is not winning basketball. I think Luka's just going to dominate statistically. They added Grant Williams for defensive purposes, but Kyrie's never been known to be a defender. I think they're just going to dominate offensively, Kyrie and Luka, and they're going to lose games because of their defense, and the other teams ahead of them are going to have a better record because they have both aspects, good enough for both aspects to win games. So that's why I have Mavericks at 10. And I
Alright,
think
Gabe.
we're going to see a lot of Luka drama this year, in my opinion.
Give your 10 and 9, Gabe.
Yeah.
Mr. Sarkisian.
At my number 10, I have the Pelicans. Bez pretty much said it all. I'll just add on a little bit to it. Their health is a main issue. Willie Green is. We saw some flashes of his coaching back in the day. I don't think he's what he said. Not a top 10 coach, top 15, whatever. Health, if they're good, they're higher. If they're not, which I think they're gonna be, they're gonna have some problems in the West because there's no more like room for error now.
No
It's either
days off in the West.
no days off in the West, dude. On God. So if Zion's gone for 40, 30 games, they're done. Just simple as that.
Yup.
If he plays 65 plus, they have a good chance.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I see it. And going on to my number 9, I had a hard time. I wanted to put this team higher. It's the Timberwolves.
Wow. I'm
I-
surprised you didn't put him higher. 'Cause
I
I
know.
have him higher.
I want to put them a little bit higher. I could talk about their team. I love Edwards. I love McDaniels. I love Towns. I'm starting to come up on Gobert. I know I talk shit about Gobert a lot to Hassan and everybody, but I like Gobert. Their bench is pretty good to me. Anderson, Nikhil, TBJ from the Lakers. I mean they have a chance of being like 7 or 6, but as the way I see it now, I think they're gonna be 9th.
Okay.
I also have the Timberwolves at number 9 too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ant is going to take another level. Gobert, I think he'll play his role better than he did last year. And if I'm assuming Cat will be healthy, that'll be enough for them to get into a playing spot. I think, if those factors, if they stay healthy, they're good enough to be number 9 this year, and the other teams ahead of them, like I said it before, will be better. But I think they'll look better from last year. I think the West is just too stacked, so they'll have they'll have more losses because of that.
Was that number 9?
Shake
Yeah,
Milton.
Timberwolves.
Sorry.
Yeah, Shake Milton.
Sorry.
I'm actually excited to see him on a new team. He's been on the Sixers his whole career, so let's see what he could do.
He's
Maybe
had good flashes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shake
I'm
Milton.
not a believer, but
At number 9, this is where I have the Mavericks. Yeah, I mean, they made some good offseason moves this offseason. Obviously, it was this offseason. They added Seth Curry. They brought him back, traded Rashawn Holmes, got off Davis Bertans' contract. They drafted Derek Lively, who looked pretty good in the few flashes in the preseason game.
summer East.
Yeah, Grant Williams also is going to help him defensively, or just the more grit and grind that he's bringing to the team. Luka, Kyrie, I think the second year is going to be more successful than the first year. I do still have concerns about their perimeter defense. The real only perimeter defender is Josh Green, and even then, he's kind of a young player
They used
that's
to put Grant Williams there too.
yeah, but he's like a fire hydrant type of player. You don't want him fucking guarding Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Well, not Kyrie, Damian Lillard.
Tough guard.
Steph Curry type of players on the perimeter. But yeah, I mean, I think the other teams are just more complete that are ahead of them. But they're gonna have a better season than last year, and
I
I
think their style of play is going to be the same of last year.
I mean, they're going to have a bit more pick and roll action because of the bigs they brought in. Last year, Dwight Powell, I mean, you can't run shit with that guy.
facts.
There's no running any type of offensive sets for him. But Derek Lively's at least a lob threat, and we've seen Rashawn Holmes do that in the past. We have to see like what he's going to bring to the table. He didn't play last season very much. So, but I think they'll be better. And I got him here at 9.
Nice. I got the Wolves at 9. They're good. Their stars are good too, but I just don't think they could play together. I think they're ass
Was
together.
Gobert or what? You don't
It's like they're
Gobert's
good.
not
They're
a
just
booty.
ass
You don't
together.
believe it?
Bears booty. Cat's good. He just can't play with these boys. Cat's
funny
good,
logic,
He can't play with them. They are good. If you put them in other places, they'd be good by them fucking selves, dog.
It's only because it's in Minnesota.
He's like,
The
if they're
fact that
2v2
they're
ball,
together,
2v2.
brother, these motherfuckers don't know how to play. Like, it's
Isaac, if they're
crazy.
2v2, would be a really good 2v2 like team.
Maybe.
He's just saying
They
that
just
the
shut
scheme's
the
not
fuck
good.
down.
The scheme's
He's
not
saying
good.
because
The
they're
Twin
named, if
Towers
they
don't
were
work.
named like the Cardinals, they'd be nice.
differently,
But they're
yeah,
the
they were the
Timberwolves. That's
fucking-
what they suck.
There's in a
They're
different
just
city.
ass together. If you get them
If they were the
everywhere else,
Raiders,
they're
they'd be
good
top
together.
tier, right?
How ass are the Timberwolves that Megan the Stallion video?
Oh shit. Megan on the team? No, yeah. So I have
Yeah.
them at 9.
I can see that too, like them not working together.
Yeah,
like
for
the Twin
sure.
Twin
I
Towers.
mean, it didn't
That's
haven't
why I
worked
got it.
yet.
But I think they could. Yeah, they obviously
Like-
because we've seen Rudy Gobert like do his thing by
You put
himself,
Cat
Cat by
somewhere
himself.
else.
You're the Rudy defender here, so you got to
Yeah.
stand up
No,
for
the
Only
me.
motherfucker.
I can see his perspective. I disagree because we haven't seen
Fucking-
Cat
what?
and
It's
Gobert play a lot
spreading.
of games together
Yeah.
either.
Like
So
a cancer.
you gotta let it
Oh,
the chemistry
wow.
come together.
All right. Well,
All right.
for number 9, I got the Pelicans. I think I did this barring health. Like, hopefully, I'm hoping that they play a decent amount of games. Then, if I feel like if they all play a good amount of games, they'll be 9th.
Higher, yeah. Oh.
But no, I feel like
really? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, I don't see
So
them
they
playing
could
all
be
82
lower
or
than
nothing.
this.
Yeah, no.
They could be
nobody's
lower.
gonna play all 82.
Yeah, like I don't like if they were to all play all
Mikal
82,
might.
I'd maybe put them higher. But I feel like they're still gonna miss games here and there. But I feel like
Definitely.
if they at least play the majority of the games, they'll be around the 9th, play-in team.
Yeah.
So even if
Um,
they're fully healthy, you think they're gonna be? This is their ceiling. Like if Zion plays
Yeah.
like 70 games, this is how
For
high
now,
they go.
yeah. Oh, 70 games is crazy. Yeah,
70
70 games is crazy.
games?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like,
No, I don't think this is a ceiling, but I think realistically, that's what I
okay,
feel.
realistic. Okay, that's what I was
But
asking.
That's a lot.
after that, I got the Mavericks. I
Was
agree
that
with a lot of
8?
things. At 8, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I agree with a lot of things that Beth said. They did get a little better defensively, but I think that they, if things somehow click even better, I think they have a chance to be higher than this. Like I got them, like at their ceiling, I think they could possibly be better than a lot of the teams ahead of them on my list. But for now, I think that having the Luka centric with Kyrie on the off ball, like I feel like it's not the greatest system for those two. I don't think they should really be playing together, keeping it stacked. But
Jason Kidd's still the coach actually, which is a negative.
Oh, man.
that is
Totally
a negative.
forgot.
Yeah,
But
but
like, I feel like
I
Kyrie
feel like
can
there's
fit
two-
in any system though. As a team.
yeah,
Yeah,
but,
but-
I feel like
The system's just bad in general. Like
I feel like I don't think that they're gonna lose so many games just because they're so talented. Like I feel like Luka and Kyrie are the type that could just win games. You know what I mean? Like
So basically,
close
they're
games,
gonna
win
have
games.
a
Like
lot
they'll
of
have
offense.
games. Yeah, like they'll have games where they just like either
40,
blow
40.
people out or like they're if they need like a comeback in the fourth quarter, like Luka and Kyrie could just start cooking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they'll have games like that where they win. So I think that in that aspect, like those two players are better than
90.
every player that's on any team below them. You know, like
yeah, for sure.
So I feel
They
like
already had a 40-40 game last year.
yeah, like there's
20
no one
games,
on the
yeah.
Pelicans, Wolves, Thunder, Jazz, Rockets, Spurs, or Blazers that I would take
Better too.
over
yeah.
than Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like they'll win games just off of that, but not be that great.
Good point.
Was that 8?
Yeah, that's 8.
All right, Isaac. What's 8 for you?
At 8, I have Sacramento. I don't think that they have enough firepower. I think where Fox and Sabonis are out, like they're not hitting, then they're in real trouble. I don't think they have anybody to fall back on. And I don't think their defense is good enough to keep them in games either. So
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true about the defense.
go
Good
for
take.
it.
Isaac.
I'll come in.
No, nigga.
Are you going to the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee.
All right.
But I gave my pick, so.
Yeah. Go ahead. I don't know if I should. My number 8 is the Warriors.
Warriors.
I'm
Let me let you finish first.
Yeah. He's heated. He's heated. Yeah, I got the Warriors here. Few reasons. The team's getting older. Like obviously, Steph Curry can single-handedly carry them to a higher record than this, I think, and championship pedigree, blah blah blah. But everything I've seen from the other players, they're just on the downturn, man. Chris Paul is up there in age. I'm very skeptical on this working out. It's already a little bit of resentment, I feel like, of him just coming off the bench. They've lost, the size that they had, and not that they've had much, but, Kevon Looney's just going to have to hold it down. They've talked about playing these, 5-guard, 4-guard lineups, which if you've watched Darvin Ham coach last year, you know that those do not work for the most part. It's very certain matchups. And I'm
the Warriors though.
yeah, and I don't think they're as good as they used to be. Everyone's getting up there in age. They've shown that they can be beat not only just in the playoffs, but specifically by a Western Conference team. and I think the age is going to catch up to them. However, I do think that with Steph being on the team, and if any of the young players can take a significant step up, obviously this will not be a good pick, but based off what I've seen last season, we would need to see Kuminga take a jump or Moody take a jump or one of these rookies that they drafted this year, because I don't think Steph Curry, especially with no Jordan Poole to help take that offensive load on him, and Klay, what he showed in the last glimpse of him in the playoffs, obviously still an elite shooter, but, you're going to need more help on this Warriors team. You can't just rely on Steph, Dre, and Klay for 20 years straight. Like, you're going to have that next wave of players. They need to come in and contribute in some type of capacity. And so far, we haven't seen that. James Wiseman didn't work out. The young players, Kuminga, they don't really even play in the playoffs. So, Steph, he's going to need some help too. I know we talk about LeBron needing help. Steph's going to need some help too. So I think
Steph is the guy on that team. That's why.
I think Steph could carry them to even higher record by himself, but I just don't think the pieces around him are championship level pieces.
Christopher Paul.
Yeah, I said that. I'm very skeptical on that working too. That's what I said when you were here. So I got them at 8 because I don't love the supporting cast. Obviously, Kerr is a championship level coach, and Curry's a Hall of Fame player. So those two are going to backpack you to at least the 8 seed minimum. But I'm just very skeptical of the surrounding pieces, and I think the other teams in the West are deeper, and it could be an issue this season.
I actually think their age is why they'll be higher in my rankings.
Of course you do.
I'll give my reason why.
He got them
I
second.
say them.
He's definitely number 2 seed or something.
What are we at? 8?
Yeah, go to 8.
8, I have the Pelicans. Strictly, I think Zion's going to play more games this year, and when Zion plays, they're always like a top seed in the NBA until he gets hurt. So if their team stays healthy, I heard reports about CJ McCollum being the best player in camp. I don't know how true that is, but if he's actually
that's
at the
bad
level,
if that's what they said, bro.
Well, that's good for them because we know what to expect from Zion and BI, but we don't know what to expect from CJ. If CJ's having a good camp and that translates into NBA wins,
could go 2 ways. That either means CJ's doing super nice or BI and Zion looked awful.
Yeah. But if Zion stays healthy, then I'll have this team making the playoffs this year, without a doubt, because that guy is generational talent. So,
okay,
yeah,
Gabe.
your turn, Gabe.
8 and 7.
All right. In my number 8, I haven't heard anybody say this team yet. I have the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
I think this John Morant situation is gonna be a big factor on them. I think him missing half a season is gonna be. Oh yeah, sorry. My bad. I said about two. Him missing a quarter. That's what I meant to say. Him missing a quarter of the season is going to be a big detriment to that team.
It's like a third, but
yeah, a third. Yeah. I do
like.
like.
Keep changing.
I like their team makeup still, but as much as I want to say, as everyone's always been saying, oh, they play way better without John Morant. They win games. I don't think that's going to be the case this year moving forward.
Damn. Why?
And I think the people in front of them are going to edge them out a little bit more. It's really close, in my opinion. All these numbers are close. Moving on to my next pick, I have the Dallas Mavericks.
at 7.
At 7, I have the Dallas Mavericks. I think if we see a healthy Luka this year, play 65 plus games, which he's been looking. No pause. Wait, pause. He's been looking good.
He said no pause. He said no pause.
He said no pause.
He's been looking good.
No pause. That nigga sexy.
I think Kyrie looks like he wants to play here and be happy here at the same time, which is a good thing for the team. If Kyrie's happy, that means
we've seen
the
this.
team
He's
should
always
be happy.
happy.
We've
day
seen
one.
this one before.
Yeah.
Low key, I've seen it before, but I'm trying to
Facts.
be on the optimistic side. So
Not me too.
I'm praying for good things. I still like Grant Williams on this team. I like Luka. I like Kyrie. I
know you like Luka.
yeah.
Damn.
And yeah, I think they're gonna edge out the teams I listed before, such as the Grizzlies and the Pelicans and the Timberwolves even.
All right.
My turn.
Give him the mic.
At 7, I have the Sacramento Kings.
Okay.
I think they were really good last year in the regular season. Sabonis is always a good regular season player,
They were good.
and which is why they were 3. But I think they're going to fall this year because of how the Golden State Warriors exploited Sabonis. He can't shoot a mid-range shot, and if he's not effective in the mid-range area,
Defensively, too, he's not.
yeah,
really.
defensively they take advantage of him. So I think that that'll be one of the reasons why they fall to 7. I don't know if what's his dude's name? De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox will have the same season that he had last year. Maybe he could.
He was
that
literally
type
the
of
clutchest
guy.
player in the
So
NBA.
I don't know if he can duplicate that season, especially with the West getting stronger. It's going to be tougher for them to do that, and I don't think they'll duplicate the same system they had last year. Plus, I think Mike Brown is a good coach, but I don't know if he's going to – I think he's good for one season. I don't think he's going to show how good he is for a prolonged tenure of his coaching staff. So I think that's going to be also a reason as to why they lose games too.
Cap.
All right.
He's been fired before.
That's our rebuttal.
I don't think he's a great coach. I think he's a good assistant coach.
Well, that's up for debate. Number 7, I got the Timberwolves here. I actually think, this is about where they finished last season. They were the 8 seed last year. So, I see a bit of a step up for them this year, just a little bit. I could see them finishing higher just because they can build on the chemistry that they started last year. Anthony Edwards had whole summer of Team USA to kind of just take on the role of being the guy, but he was the guy on Team USA. So that should translate nicely to the NBA ball. Cat was injured for a lot of last year, like you said. So this season, if he stays healthy, him and Gobert can kind of build on the Twin Tower thing. I know it hasn't been that successful before, but I think with just some chemistry and getting used to playing with each other, it should be better. I'm not saying it's going to be successful or like lead them to a championship, but it should be better. They should figure out how to play with each other more. Jaden McDaniels, he played well last year, all NBA level defender. Going to build on the season. I like some of the pickups they made, Shake Milton, even Troy Brown Jr. just for some spot minutes here and there. They re-signed Naz Reid too, so if Rudy's not giving you anything offensively, slide Naz Reid in there with Cat. Yeah, with the you got the stretchability for both the bigs. Yeah, like I said, I think they're gonna show some improvements. I could even see him finishing higher than this, but I just don't know the limitations with one of your highest paid players being Rudy Gobert and him, being such a limitation offensively.
You could also say the same for Ant. You don't know how high he's going to jump to.
Well, I have a feeling he's going to jump pretty
27,
high.
like Gabe said, 27 points per game.
To quote you, word for word, you said he's going to take a leap.
Yeah,
What do
no,
you
the
think a leap
27
is?
is, though. 27
Yeah,
leaps
it's
jump.
24, 25. What do you think a leap is going to be?
Like a 1 point.
That's not a leap.
You can't say a leap for 1 point.
Leap?
For
A
who,
leap is
Ant?
1 point.
That's
24 is a
He
lot
said
of
a
points.
leap is
so
1
if someone
point.
averages
That's crazy.
29 and then averages
That's
30, that's
in
not
my
a leap?
opinion-
No, hell no.
In my
What?
opinion, no, in my
point.
opinion,
That's
if
progression.
Progression is not a
It's
leap.
not a leap.
Hassan,
How
in
many
my,
points
A leap
is a
is like
then?
skipping
How many
steps.
points is a leap?
Like 5 or 4,
3 to
yeah.
5. 3 to 5. If
I'll
it's at the higher tier.
He'll progress. I'll say that.
Dude, if
Okay.
he goes from 24 to 25, he stayed the same.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's
say
not
he'll
the same
progress.
shit.
I'll change my
Oh,
wording.
Okay,
I
'cause you said
disagree
leap.
because you can be just like you can just go from 24 to 25 by taking one more shot a night. That's
Yeah.
not progression. That's just
Yeah.
volume.
That's not how it works, though.
Yes, it is how
If
it
he
works.
shoots 50%, it is.
Just because he shoots one more shot, he's gonna make.
Just the math.
He's gonna average more points.
He could if you take one more shot and make that shot. You're
but the law of averages-
mathematically will average more points.
So you've seen that happen in the NBA.
Yes.
Like who's? Name a player. They've
Higher
seen take
volume.
one more
A
shot.
lot of people
and
is getting
average one
higher
more
Okay,
volume.
not exactly,
Okay.
but you can look at any.
1 second to find the stat.
Yeah.
That's unfair, bro. But he's finding talent.
I can give you an example of Marcus Smart, for example, taking less shots and his points go down by 1 point because he took 2 less shots than he did previously. Like
Yeah,
that's
if
how
you're gonna take
happens. That
that's
happens in the
different.
NBA. Same thing, vice versa. If you take more shots, you average 2 more points. Like
You're saying one shot to average 1 more point. I don't think that's gonna.
One
happen,
shot is
though.
2
He's gonna
points,
take more
by the way.
points.
Yeah,
Okay,
one
but
shot
you're
is
saying
2
he's gonna
points.
average more points because he takes one shot.
Let me find
I'm
this.
saying
Let me real quick find
I'm
this.
saying a leap.
It's not a.
I'm
I mean,
saying
you can look, but
he can.
Rudy's
No, that's
better,
not what I'm
guys.
arguing with
Yeah,
you.
it's not a big
I'm
debate.
saying that just because you average more points doesn't mean you progress. Like you can average more points just by volume. That doesn't mean you progressed as a player. Jordan Poole
Well,
will
I think
average
he'll
more
be more
points this
efficient.
year. That doesn't mean he's going to progress this year. If he's shooting 30%, like
I
that
think
doesn't
he'll be a
mean
better player. I
progression.
just don't think they'll win games.
Progression does not have to do anything with point averages. That's just like a very low level way of thinking
Okay,
of
we
it.
can say efficiently. He'll be more efficient.
Efficiency is progression. I'd agree with that.
Okay. well,
So
we'll
if
agree
his
on that.
percentages increase, I would say he's made a leap, even if he averaged the same amount of points. But anyway,
It's not a
Timberwolves
leap
here
for
at
me,
7.
then. Progression for Anthony. Edwards.
Okay, that's fine. Progression is fine. The Timberwolves at 7 for me. Who you guys got at 7?
I got Dallas at 7. I think that their defense is still not good or where it was. Bez was saying that they added Curry, right?
Well, they
Which
just
is
had
Steph,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that they had him.
Steph.
Seth, baby, they had him before, right? And it was good, so I like that. But I
He's a good
do
bench
think
player.
that Luka and Kyrie is majority of their offense, and I think it'll work a good amount of nights, but not to the extent where they move like where they finish high in the standings.
Yeah, that's fair.
7. I got the Warriors.
The Warriors.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit on them motherfuckers.
yeah, them niggas ass. They all suck. No, just kidding. Nah. But I think that.
I'm not.
I'm
I
not
put them
gonna
at
lie.
8.
I
so.
seen. Have you seen that picture on Twitter of their 10 men, like their first 10, and they're like, who are these niggas? Like they don't even know to be on the
I haven't
bench.
seen
Like it was the craziest shit. I'm gonna show you later. But people was like, who's this bald dude? Like number 15. Like it's a nigga I never seen before either. So I'm like, damn. Like I be knowing my players normally. So with the whole Chris Paul off the bench too, like,
He's already complaining about it.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna like. They didn't really get that much better at center either. Like, they're gonna still be kind of small. They're getting a lot older. Draymond obviously not the same. Clay is obviously not the same. Like, Clay is he's still good. Like, he's a good shooter. He's gonna probably average like 17. You know, but it's not the 22, 23 we used to get.
Plus, not the defense that he was giving.
Yeah,
in the
definitely
past
not
either.
that. So I feel like they're just on the decline right now. Like, Steph is still Steph. Like, no one. When it comes to conditioning and aging, like, I think he's gonna continue to do this because it's just like no one can do it like him. Not even trying to glaze, but
these notes.
not even trying to glaze, but yeah, he's
I ain't right back.
But yeah, like I know you guys said earlier, like, Steph is their number one, and I feel like the supporting cast around him isn't as good, like nearly as good these days. So
Yeah, facts.
unless Kuminga and Moody make a crazy jump this year, like, I don't see them being higher than 7.
Disagree.
All right, what about 6 then?
6, I got the Grizzlies.
Respect.
Grizzlies.
I think that the 25 games, obviously, like, it'll affect them somewhat, but they are a decent team without Ja. Like, I don't think they'll be as good like they were, like, 24-3, something like that without him before.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll do
crazy.
that, but I think
Yeah.
they'll be above 500, and
For sure.
especially until he gets back. You know, so I feel like once he's back, they're just gonna continue on what they've been building the last few years. They've never been less than like 3rd seed without him. You know, I mean, they have, but they've getting top 3 seeds with him. You know,
Yeah, consistent.
so I feel like I don't see them dropping off that hard. I think that the a couple other teams obviously got better, so I think that's the only reason that pushes them down to 6 as compared to being like a top 4 seed. Like,
I agree. What about you, Isaac?
All right, at 6, I got Golden State bitches. I'm not.
Golden
I'm not
State
trying to,
bitches.
like, because I don't like them motherfuckers. But with that being said,
Stop turning your mic off. This guy's going like this every time he's talking.
I don't. Maybe. So yeah, I don't like them. But to be honest, I think like Curry, Thompson, and Draymond has worked for so fucking long, and like you managed to get them back again. It's fucking annoying. But I do think it'll work some to a degree. I don't think you guys will be upper echelon like how you guys were, but I do think you guys will be competent. I think you guys are a system team, and I think that you guys
It's
will
true.
get through. I think Chris Paul will. He might not like his position, and it may change throughout the season, but I think he'll be viable. But fuck you guys. Respectfully, fuck you guys. Respect.
What do we got? 6. I have the Grizzlies out here too. Omari touched on a lot of the things. They lost Dylan Brooks, but you replace him with Marcus Smart, who is pretty viable replacement. I think they provide the similar stuff. Marcus Smart, if anything, will be better at least on the perimeter defensive side and maybe even shooting. I mean, he's had playoff experience and long, deep playoff runs that could help him out, just keeping the culture intact. And I also think that, you know, John Morant will miss 25 games, but hopefully I'm praying to God that all this fuckery off the court stops and he's locked in and focused on basketball. And I think if he does that, that'll help them take another jump when he comes back. So, yeah, like you said, they've been good without Ja in the past before. I think they can do it this season. They have a bunch of young players who are probably going to take jumps. We'll see Desmond Bain.
Adams will be healthy.
Yeah, Bane.
Yeah, Jaren Jackson said he wants to get better at rebounding, so that'll be a huge boost for them if he can do that.
Adams and Clark, they're both gonna be coming back.
Clark
They didn't
coming
have
off
him
an
for the end of the
ACL
season.
injury. Yeah, hopefully he can. He was good for them. They still got Xavier Tillman, other players like that. So yeah, I think the Grizzlies will be just fine without Ja. Just maybe not that top 3
Got
seed.
Derrick
that they
Rose.
had.
Point, good
That's
point.
true. They
D-Rose.
got D-Rose back in
D-Rose.
Memphis.
Yeah. I also have the Grizzlies at number 6 for the reasons that you guys stated. I think their team is good enough to survive without John Morant for 25 games to get to the 6th spot. With him, they would be higher, probably like 3, because they've always been top 2 or 3. Yeah, like they're a 3rd for the past couple seasons because of him and then whoever else they had. Can't forget that Jaren Jackson's the reigning DPOY who averaged 3 blocks. Desmond Bain's a really good player, can average over 22 plus, especially without Ja there. They added Marcus Smart. He's a great leader. He provides defensive capabilities. Ja Morant will come back at some point. They also gave him Derrick Rose with a veteran presence, so I don't think the same mistakes will happen. I think he'll be locked in on basketball. If he's locked in on basketball, it's a scary sight for the league. So I think that they'll be 6, and I think they will actually – they might be higher depending on how Ja looks when he comes back, in my opinion.
For my number 6, I'm putting the Kings up here. We talked about them earlier. People had them a little bit lower. I'm pretty high on them. I still think during the regular season, you're going to see people like De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, Sabonis. Shit, you'll even see Kevin Huerter play good. I mean, that's what you want in a regular season. I think they're going to win games. Do I think they're going to be good in the playoffs? No. But I think this team is still viable to win a lot of games in the regular season. And I'm confident to put them at number 6. On to my number 5. I have the Los Angeles Clippers.
Oof.
I got you there. Huh? I got you there, huh, Isaac? Yeah, I think the Flippers are going to be number 5.
Clippers.
We know what they are. Their talent is honestly is through the roof, but it's about how healthy they are. And I'm sure everyone's going to say the same thing once the time comes. It's availability. So I have them at number 5.
Okay. Respectable.
I also have the Clippers at number 5. I think that Paul George and Kawhi Leonard will play more games this year because of the rules, first and foremost. But this is one of their last years to prove that they're actually capable of showing that they can win something and stay healthy and consistent. And in order to do that, they need to play in the regular season. I think their bench players, Terrence Mann is good. Russell Westbrook is good for that team. Mason Plumlee's still there. And I actually think they will acquire James Harden, too, and still be the 5th seed with him. I think that'll let Paul George and Kawhi rest some of these games.
He going to request a trade if they fit.
I heard the reason why he's showing up to camp is because of the Clipper situation. They don't want it to get messy so that they can actually get that through. And they won't trade that many assets for him. So I think the Clippers will be at number 5 regardless of multiple situations if Kawhi and Paul George are healthy. If they're available, they'll be 5.
So Harden's a non-factor? Is that what you're saying?
Even with Harden is a non-factor for standings.
Non-factor.
For standings.
He's
Once-
washed
The
like
way
that.
he turned on him. The way he turned on him this year. That's crazy.
How?
He's so washed he won't affect Clippers wins.
I just think if he plays, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard will take more games off. We'll bounce it up to 5. So we'll
And
see.
whatever they have to trade for him.
Yeah, that's true.
That too.
Number 5. Can y'all guess who I got here?
Clippers.
No, I haven't even. You guys all said this team. I haven't even said them.
Okay.
Wolves.
No, he said the Wolves.
Oh, he did?
No, I'm just gonna go out and say it. I got the Oklahoma City Thunder
That's crazy.
at number 5 right here.
Mute his mic.
Holy
Mute his mic.
Can't let this slide.
Yo, y'all about to get real disrespectful, but
Is SGA gonna average 40?
Holy shit.
y'all, you guys are casuals. Let me
That's
explain.
crazy.
Let me explain. Let me educate the casuals, buddy.
J-Dub.
First of all, they
60%
made the
for three.
play-in last year with no center, essentially. Chet Holmgren's coming back this year. He's had an offseason to get used to the NBA. I know he didn't play really last year, but he's got an offseason to kind of just learn the process of the NBA. They have, I think, the second youngest team in the league still going into next season, and they were a play-in team, 10 seed. They have all these draft picks still that they can move at any point in time just to bolster their roster. There's no way they can bring in 20 draft picks over the next 3 years. So they're going to use them in a trade. And
high
whether it's
turnover.
this season or next season or in the offseason, I'm not sure, but I'm confident in saying that. SGA was an all-NBA first-team player last year. All their players are getting better. Josh Giddey, they drafted Case and Wallace with the top 10 picks, some more guard depth. And even those guards like Giddey, Shea, Jalen Williams, they can play forward positions too. Like, they're big guards. They're all above 6'6", so they can kind of play positionless basketball over there. They're very well coached. And I just think they had a good roster. Every year, we see a team take a leap into the playoffs that didn't make it last year was a bottom team. Last year was the Sacramento Kings. The year before that, it was when the Memphis Grizzlies took a jump. I think this year is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have a young, promising team. They always seem to defy expectations. As a Lakers fan, you know they give us the work all the fucking time, even when they were bad.
Same with Dame.
So I think they have a good team. I mean, I think they're going to take a jump this year. You guys can hate on it all you want, but I'll make a bet with you that we're better than the Warriors.
Whoa.
You want to bet that?
I'll bet
I'll put
that.
like
Oh,
I'll put a lot on. They will not. They'll never.
Damn.
They won't be better than the
More wheel
Warriors.
spins? More wheel spins?
We can't.
Yeah,
we have
two
money.
more wheel spins.
All right, 2 more wheel spins.
Yeah.
Okay, they won't be better than the Warriors.
All right. I'm
Let me
confident
tell
in
you
saying
why
that.
they
Now
won't be
that's
better
a
than
bet.
the Warriors. I don't think.
Hold on, give
They're
me
young,
no,
though.
can we go through number 5? Why you just debating the Warriors, glazing it?
No, I just want to debate your OKC thing. We can go to 5. I think this is ludicrous though. We have to talk about.
We have to talk about this.
Dort,
I mean-
Dort is good. They're a young roster.
It's not a
first
crazy
off.
take.
Yeah, it is.
No,
It's crazy.
I don't think
Five?
they made the play-in last
It's a
year.
good
Yeah.
point.
Well, what seed though?
And they were one game
What seed
away
were they
from
last
winning,
year?
making the
10th.
playoffs.
What
They
seed
were
were they
10th.
last
The
year?
10 seed.
They're
Did
10.
West get better this year?
Yeah, they are one of the teams that got better.
And the teams that you mentioned that made a jump, where they didn't have veteran presence and all-star caliber players, these guys keep the same players. You're basing it off of the growth of the players of the team, basically. To make that jump to 5,
Yes.
And Chet.
And Chet comes
Dude,
back.
so they're gonna go from
Chet hasn't played a
5?
game though.
With Chet, they're gonna
But
go
he's-
from 10
He get
Exactly,
one
that's the
LeBron
point.
elbow, it's back to the bench.
Even the picks too.
He also said the picks.
They're not trading
Exactly.
those picks this year.
Says who?
You don't know that.
Unless
That's a
someone gets
bunch.
hurt.
That's my point.
Why
If-
have
they
someone
wanted
have to
to
get
trade the
hurt?
picks?
Shy, Chet, if Thunder, Chet, Shy, if they're all winning games, bro, there's a good chance they could
Yeah,
trade
why wouldn't they go if they're
And
if they start off the
do,
season hot?
Let's
Why
see.
wouldn't they trade for like
Who
Lauri
would,
Markkinen?
Can you give an
Shy
example
balled
of like a
out with
player?
somebody else.
Lauri Markkinen. Who else is on these other teams? Like who's in the East?
Who they'd have to
Markkinen
give
would
up
be
somebody
nice as
though.
fuck.
Wemby-
All their picks, they have infinity picks.
You think you're just gonna trade all picks for a player?
Dude, they can give up
Cap,
7
there's
picks.
a cap though.
No, there's no cap in picks. We saw
No,
5
you
second-round
can't keep-
picks.
You can't have 5 max players on the team. You have to make the cap space work. Salary cap.
Yes, okay, they'll give.
have to trade a
First of
player.
all, they're under the salary cap because they have a young team all on rookie contracts, damn near. So they don't.
Didn't SGA get an extension?
Yeah, but he's the
He's the
only
only
player
player.
that's making
Only
max
guy.
money on the team.
I think he's the only one that
That's
got
why Chet needs to
I
work
gotta see
out.
everything.
I mean, they're
But
for
I don't
sure
think
under
they'll
the
trade
salary
a-
cap. So
Point
they
is,
can
though, I
take
don't think
on
they'll trade
extra
a-
salary. They can take on
Warriors?
extra salary to take on a player. So maybe it's not Lauri Markkinen, a superstar player, but a team is going to be willing to give up contracts to free up cap space, whether it's for the summer or to bring someone in for a different trade. The Thunder are one of the teams that can bring in players from these contracts. So they're going to be able to take in players they want, whether it's just for contract relief and get more picks if they really want to do that, or if they want to just bring in a player to help them win now. They have the cap space to do that. They're one of the few teams that doesn't have to make salaries match exactly how they want.
But what has shown you that they want to trade their picks to get better players?
Because
they haven't shown any.
okay,
sign of that.
there's no need to show. They're gonna show it this year. That's what my take
I just don't
is.
see a scenario as to why they do it unless someone gets hurt.
Why would
you reveal your hand without when you
But why
keep it,
do-
Just
low-key?
Why
Just
does
'cause,
someone
like,
have
why
to
they
get
have,
Why
hurt?
would you want to keep that low key?
Why would someone have to
wanna
get
just
hurt
show
though?
It's just people are gonna take advantage. If they
Who?
don't
A
make
picks?
yes, bro, they want more. They want more. So if they show like they don't want these players, and when they offer it to the GMs
Oh,
of the
players.
teams, yeah, for trading. You said trading the picks.
Well, I thought you're saying in reference to picks. Are you talking about other teams showing that they don't want players, or the
They're
Thunder?
showing like they're not over leveraging a situation to get players to come to OKC.
Yeah, they
That's
have.
what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
To get
Wait.
a star player in OKC, right?
They have to trade for them. That's the
Or
only
just
way.
players in general.
And they have all the
Look at-
picks to
look at
trade. Yeah.
Omari,
I'm
man.
saying they're keeping low key for a reason, not to like,
Somebody.
make it obvious so people over leverage them. So they're like
Well, I'm saying is why though? What's the point of that?
Look at
to
Omari.
not over leverage. I know they have infinity picks.
But
I
they
know
have
what
the
I'm saying.
leverage though.
The picks.
Exactly, but why would you show? Why would you like? How do I say
Yeah,
this?
don't
Make it
don't look desperate
Why
for
would you look
trade.
desperate to,
Yeah.
like you give more than you can give. So like if someone's worth 3 first rounds, you give like
Like
5. Why would you
imagine
do
if they were like, we
I
want
mean,
Dame so
No
bad.
team
Like
does that though.
No,
What
but
team
I'm
does
saying,
that?
like, why would they be overly like? All they have to say is, "Oh, we're looking for a star player." Why would they like actively say, "We're gonna trade 5 first-round
Yeah,
picks
yeah.
for a top 10 NBA player right now"? They wouldn't be doing. this.
I
There's
see
no
what you're
point.
saying.
yeah, they're
But
not
I
even
just
that
don't-
close
I
to
just
You're saying the
contention.
best. Why aren't they doing it? Well,
I
there's
think
a
they.
reason.
I
They
think
don't
they're
have
just
to
trusting
do
the
it.
developmental program and they'll
You think
build
they're
through
gonna walk
it.
up to everybody's door and be like, "Yo, we got 10 first-round picks.
Yeah,
Who do we
Give
go
me your
get?"
star player
No,
now.
I think they're
That
just going to
wouldn't work.
develop. They're going to develop their players.
Give me Kawhi
And
Leonard.
if that doesn't work for the season,
Hey.
then they'll trade their picks in the offseason for a player.
Paul
that they
George
can
going
develop
back?
in training
I
camp
ju-
too.
I just
don't
don't-
think they're just going to trade for somebody.
I don't understand why they
mid-season.
can't trade for someone with
If your
seed.
team
It's
is
like
balling, you gotta pursue a chip at some point.
Yeah,
All
like
in. Go all in.
Like,
they're
look
playing
at
good. Why would they just
Omari-
Why would they
remain?
trade if your team's good though?
Omari traded
To get-
in
to
get
Dynasty,
better.
right? Omari traded in Dynasty
Getting too
a
many
lot of
arguments
his
at once.
picks, a lot of his picks to get a good RB.
Bro, I traded
right?
2 picks.
My
Other
point
niggas have, like,
being-
none.
Oh shit.
No, you're good. You're
My
good.
point
You're good.
being, though,
I just
that-
got to turn you up on that.
He's doing well, and so he thinks that he needs to trade his assets to do well, to continue to do well. If Thunder is doing good, they're gonna for sure trade their picks.
Okay,
to
but in that
play.
aspect,
And
Omari
you wouldn't
thinks he
do it
can.
now.
Omari thinks he can win the whole thing, right?
Because he's
Do they
doing
think
well.
if they trade, they can beat the top teams in the NBA?
They would think
well
that. They
first.
literally
So
would
they
do
can
well
beat the
first.
Nuggets.
Listen,
He
in
has to do well first.
if
You're
they're-
missing
if they're-
that part.
If they're 5th seed, right? If
You
they're
don't even
playing-
agree with them. You're just defending them.
I'm saying what it looks like because you're just arguing to like for argument's sake.
No,
You have to think
not.
about- I disagree with him too, but I understand.
What the
his
fuck?
point.
I understand his point too. I just don't believe it to be
Listen,
true.
if they
That's
come
what I'm
out, if
arguing.
they come out, they get like 15-2 or like, or sorry, that's pretty high.
15-2 is
Damn,
great.
nigga. It'd be
Okay,
first
okay.
seed for
Maybe like 20-5 or 20-6. Right? That's
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah,
right there,
yeah,
right? They'll want to be like, okay,
Build down the layers of that. That means
But
Chet
that-
Holmgren's playing
let me-
good. That
let
means
me
Josh
finish.
Giddey's playing
Let me
good.
finish.
Fuck?
Let me finish.
Gabe,
If
that's
they-
what I was saying.
I'm
if
gonna
they
let you
come off-
finish.
If they come off 20-6 in the season, do you not think they're gonna be like, okay, we gotta now that we have 26?
26 is kind of crazy.
Not
too.
only them. Let's
The
say
highest.
another team like the Chicago Bulls in the East has seen that they're not doing well. What where they're gonna have to trade their players like DeMar and Vucevic for picks
Picks.
to recoup and get into a rebuild.
vice
They,
versa.
they have to give that player to a team, and the OKC Thunder can take on that player without having to give up hella salary for the Chicago Bulls to be tied into. They clear that off their books. While the OKC Thunder get a player, the Bulls can get
It makes
picks.
sense. What he's saying does make sense. What you're thinking, like
I am
also
projecting, but it's
projecting.
definitely possible.
I
It
also
could
think
happen,
it
exactly.
could
It's a
happen.
good point,
I literally said I disagree. Like I'm not against it happening, but it could. Like I didn't come out banging. They're gonna trade for like Zach LaVine or DeRozan or someone, bro.
Someone who's
Someone.
on a good team that sucks.
That's gonna
Like,
give him
yeah.
over the edge to compete with the big
So
dogs.
if you want
'Cause I know
to,
they
you can
can't
break this
compete.
down though. Like, so say if they start 15-3,
Okay.
Shea's not going to be the only person that's balling out, right?
Okay.
You're going to have Chet.
That's the
All
best.
these players
Giddy,
are playing
that's
really
good.
right?
Correct.
So
Jalen
they-
Williams.
They build value, correct? So do you think they're going to trade their young players?
No,
to get,
no,
So
they
who
don't
are they gonna
have to.
trade?
The
Just the
picks.
Why
They're
do
not
you
going to
keep
trade just the
doing
players.
What do you
that?
mean not?
If the team
He
is
said
building
to
chemistry and they're
rebuilding
winning
teams.
games, they're going to keep with the same team and let the players develop. You keep that for the rest of the season. You see what pick you have, and then you trade your picks. You don't trade your picks mid-season.
trading picks.
Who does that?
They're trading
You think who does that?
For the,
Bro,
like, let's say the Bulls, they would
no,
take
listen to
picks.
what you're saying. He's not making any sense. If your team is doing well and competing for like a top seed, why would you say let's wait, let's tank, let's get another
I
lottery
didn't say
pick?
tank. What did I say tank?
You said wait to see what pick they get. Why would
Yeah.
they wait to see what pick they get if they're doing good?
Because
They're
you
gonna
want to
have a
develop
terrible
your
pick.
players. You want to see what team that you have.
You
so
can't-
then you can evaluate the talents, trade the picks, and get a player that makes progresses your team.
Why can't
What
you-
are they going to accomplish this year? What are they going to do?
Bro, I don't know why. First of all, I don't know why you're hating so much, but I don't understand why you can't. If you trade for a player, the rest of your players stop developing, like they just cease to develop.
Some
If you
players
add-
lose development. They're not going to be the same player if you trade for someone else. Someone else is going to get touches, right?
Bro, okay, but it's not like they're not trading for fucking LeBron James. It's gonna be the focal point of their offense. They're gonna
Doesn't
get players
matter.
around the edges to help them. Shea's still gonna be the star player. Giddy's still gonna
Yeah.
be number 2. Chet still might be the number 3. They're gonna
Depends on
get
who you
players.
trade for.
They'll trade for role players. They're not gonna trade for fucking LeBron James, Anthony Edwards, bro.
How far a role
Think
player is
about
going to
it
get
like
you?
DJ Moore, bro.
Very
DJ
far.
Moore's not a role player.
Above a role player. Above a role player.
All right, my point is
How far role players get you? Very far, extremely far. They win you games. Look at the Miami Heat. They got to the finals off of role players.
my point
essentially.
is like, what's the point of trading your picks mid-season?
They're not even
if
their
you're playing
picks.
good?
It's other
Let me
teams'
finish my
picks.
point. Let me finish my point. What's the point if say you trade your picks and your whole plan works out in their fifth? What are they gonna do? Like next year, what's the point of getting to
They
a higher
build even
seed?
more, and they have more picks for the next other year. They,
10.
dude, they have like 30 picks. They can trade 5 of them, bro. I'm not saying to trade all 30 picks, but they can trade 5 of them for a good player. That's all I'm
Where's-
saying.
I don't see that happening.
Okay, okay.
Agree to disagree.
All right. I don't know why you're hating on the Thunder so much, but you
'Cause
know.
they're not gonna, they're fifth seed. You're gonna think they're gonna be better than the Warriors? That's
Yes,
insane.
the Warriors suck, bro. They're old as
When
fuck.
have they sucked?
That,
shown you that
2
they
years
suck.
they missed the playoffs in a row.
Because of injury. What? We're not just gonna say
No,
context.
Curry.
hey,
Curry was healthy for one of those years.
Okay, who was hurt?
Draymond.
And who else?
I don't know. Oh,
Klay Thompson.
Yeah, but
and when he
Klay's
came back, they
booty.
won the chip. You
Eh.
can't say that though.
They're
Yeah,
old.
There's
They're
context.
old. They're old. They don't have depth. You will see the value of role players with the Warriors this year once their role
We'll
players are
see.
dookie.
No.
Besides Kevon Looney.
All right, go to 5. We'll say the Warriors. Isaac was your 5. It's a good discussion though.
Stop turning your mic off.
Oh, yeah,
We went to the bathroom.
I have the Clippers. At 5, I have the Clippers. I think Kawhi is very good. He can play with anybody. I think Paul George is very good. He can play with anybody. They're not. They don't have egos that take over their game. They just need to be healthy. And I think that they'll get pretty far.
Health is the answer.
There you go. All right.
Well, baby.
One more.
Yeah, I feel like the Clippers is washed. I feel like
Damn.
Let's
That's
not say
fucked
that.
Just
up.
kidding. No, I got the Clippers at number 5 though.
So you're a PG guy.
I am PG's the best player on that team, honestly. If we're
I
being
think so,
honest.
too.
Kawhi don't even play. How is he
Definitely
gonna
has
be
the
better?
most aura.
Yeah, most aura on the team for sure. But yeah, like I feel like they're. I know you guys said or Hassan said that it was their last chance, but I feel like honestly their last chance has
Passed.
passed them. Yeah, I feel like
Sorry, Clipper Nation.
right now, like with the teams
Sorry,
above them
Hassan,
getting
Clipper Nation
continually
fan.
getting better, I feel like their Russell Westbrook acquisition is not nearly enough to put them above those other teams, especially this year now that the other teams got better. The only person I could see them having above is my 4, the Kings. I still have them pretty high because I feel like they're not gonna drop off too hard. I feel like they're a good regular season team. I think that they're gonna get. I predict them getting exposed in the playoffs when the game slows down. But since their pace was insane last year, they didn't lose really anything. Like they were basically running a lot of these teams just off of pace and tempo. Like they were. Other teams get tired chasing these niggas around. Like Darren Fox, one of the fastest players in the years.
I always say that, but
I guess tape, but they had a whole. They still have a whole season You know, like I
Work?
get
Yeah, I see.
like they played
82 games
especially the
total.
Western Conference. They played them a good amount of times each. You know,
Yeah.
and they were good teams back then. They weren't like as good, but they're good teams. I feel like they're not going to be third seed this year, but I think a fourth
under.
seed is fair enough for how they're going to do in the regular season. I think they'll fall off in the playoffs though. They'll get exposed.
First rounder again.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, depending on matchups, yeah, but I think they're first, second round max. Like,
That's your 4, right?
yeah, that was my 4.
All right, my 4 is Memphis. The reason why I have them above the Clippers is because they have 3 stars, job, but obviously, like you guys said, he's gonna be out. I do think that Jared Jackson and Bane can keep up majority of the workload. Steven Adams helps, and some of their bench helps. And then with Jock back, that's just gonna top them off. And I think they have good playoff experience. They have
What?
Good,
You go
Them
what?
off.
yeah,
No, I was kidding.
top them off. I think they have good
Just
chemistry too.
double down on that.
They've played together for a while. I think they
Yeah.
can still get through without Jock.
It's been a couple of years now. 4 years, I say. But
Yeah, it's been. Yeah. All right.
Added.
Bezzy.
I got the Clippers at number 4. There's not much to talk about. I mean, they got the talent to do it. Obviously, availability, blah, blah, blah. If they get James Harden, I don't know if that changes much. I mean,
Damn.
like maybe, but
Non-factor.
that's more of a playoff factor than it is for regular season. Like he doesn't try.
Taking the playoffs.
Well, they might lose earlier because they got him. But no, all seriousness, yeah, I mean, for them, we don't care about the regular season anymore. They got to show us in the playoffs. Like they could win, they could be the number 1 seed. It won't move me at all. They got to show it in the playoffs. So they have a good team, they have a good roster, they have a good coach. All that we've said this
Every
for
year.
the last 3 off seasons. Same thing. Nothing's changed. They're gonna be good, but how good can they win a chip is the real question.
Suck.
You guys, I'm not a fan of them.
Their expectations
Just
are
work
always,
for
like,
them.
finals appearance, and they never get there.
I mean, injury, yeah. I feel like they're already
Literally why.
proven. They're proven in the playoffs. It's just they don't see how.
Proven in the
Who?
playoffs,
Wait,
they get to the
what?
finals.
Everybody
Kawhi
folds.
gets hurt. I mean,
everybody folds.
In the play,
Everybody
the
folds.
bubble that
Can I tell
happened.
you what happens
After
to you
that,
guys?
though, I mean,
You guys have one guy.
you guys, I'm
that's
not a
really good.
Clippers fan.
You guys always have one
You
guy.
No,
guys-
yeah, you are. You rep, bro.
Everybody
with him.
else
You with him.
dies. Literally
That-
fucking
You
dies.
wear those
gang
dirt
them.
rags all the time.
It's free. I'm gonna wear free clothes, bro.
That's ganging them over there.
Why do you think it's free?
Why do you think it's fucked
All right.
up?
At number 4, I got the Warriors.
Oh, brother.
Okay. Let me go on my spiel. The
Glaze
Warriors.
them.
Thunder
My
clears.
Glaze
spiel.
them.
Shake
I actually
clears.
think trading Jordan Poole at this point, having some time after the trade, I think it was beneficial for us because if you want to win a championship, you obviously need an older roster. I think Chris Paul, the brand that he brings,
What the fuck is he talking about?
you need a veteran.
You need
roster.
vets,
To an
but you don't need an
extent,
older
brother,
roster necessarily.
Everybody can't be old.
Who's a young team that won?
You guys have like Curry, Clay, and Dre, who are all like.
That's a different point. We got
Yeah.
to. Who's a young team
34.
that won? Though?
They did retire Mahomes now.
Young teams don't usually win unless you got like a dude that's him.
When they get to the finals, though,
Celtics
we've
made
seen
it to
many
the
young
finals.
teams. Yeah, Celtics, Thunder when they were young.
Thunder with Westbrook.
Jay
Tatum.
Tatum
Bucks,
is
the
like we haven't
Bucks.
seen like a lot of Tatum's at 24, and they had a really good roster.
The Suns.
But okay, back to the Warriors point. Though. I
Kinda
think
young, besides
Warriors
CP, yeah.
being older is going to help them win more games. I think CP's mind. I think he'll be fine with the
disagree.
role coming off the bench because if he doesn't come off the bench, he won't be in the league as long as he wants to.
He
I
won
think-
2 years out.
Huh?
So he's 1 or 2 years out.
Yeah. So I mean, like
He's on the decline for sure.
him on the bench and having that pick and roll with Jonathan Kuminga, I think will elevate them. I think he'll listen to pick and roll.
Kuminga.
Shit.
Kuminga's good. Is he not good?
But you usually do
That's
a pick
not
and roll
good.
with a big man, not a fucking wing.
Dude
player.
can jump out the gym. He's 6'10".
I mean,
That's a tall dude.
That's like saying pick and roll with Miles Bridges. Oh no.
Miles Bridges. That's a good pick and roll too. Is it not?
I don't
It's not
know.
gonna win you games though.
Let me finish my spiel.
Yeah,
It
like,
is.
that's not that. But
That's not
a-
moving the
yeah, needle it's not moving me.
On
at
the
all.
game, on the.
No, but like, this is like your bench. Like,
I'm not
as your
moving,
bench pick
bro.
and roll
This is
being
a
that
bench.
good,
This is a bench roster. That's a good
That's
bench
what
roster.
your offense.
Moody will take another step
That's a
in the
great
offense
second
too.
unit.
I actually think Klay
What-
Thompson will do
no,
better.
no. You can't. We gotta
Dude,
walk
did you not
that
see
back.
Moody in the playoffs?
Oh, you said Moody. Okay.
Moody,
I thought
Moody.
you said Looney. I'm like,
Oh,
what
no,
the
no,
fuck
no,
is
no.
Looney?
We know what
Yeah,
Looney
yeah,
is. We know
yeah,
Looney
yeah,
is.
yeah. Okay. We're good. We're good. I
They've
misheard
won
you.
with a smaller roster, like you
Yeah.
guys said before. I think Looney's good enough. Me personally, I want him to have size, but I think he's good enough. He's had 20 rebound games. I think that'll be good enough to contend with Lakers and Nuggets.
Are you tripping?
I think he'll be good enough because of the strategy they impose.
That's crazy.
Stephen Curry is Stephen Curry. I think Klay Thompson will actually be better
They'll get
this
bodied.
year than last year. I think last year he didn't have an offseason to prepare. This year he had an offseason to prepare. The way that they finished the season with him being dog water, he was god-awful. I think his preparation will make him better coming into this season. 2 years removed from the ACL injury. If Klay Thompson doesn't show up this year, he'll never show up for the rest of his career. It's a contract year for him as well. So if he wants to get paid, he'll show up this year. I think he'll
He's gonna be
average
on the Lakers
20
next year.
Huh?
He's gonna be on the Lakers next year.
Maybe.
Yeah, minimum prove it deal.
Minimum deal. I think they'll
Yeah,
have
you
a
gotta
really
prove
good
it,
regular
Klay.
season, and the continuity will work. The reason why the continuity, obviously, the Jordan Poole punch is why the continuity didn't work as much.
They
I think
signed
Draymond Green is
Magruder,
a great
though.
leader. Magruder, he won't. We'll see if he gets the roster spot. Rudy Gay's.
I
Rudy
thought
Gay's
you were gonna
another
say
good
we'll see if he
veteran.
gets rocked.
They signed Rudy Gay.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
they
he's a
got
good
gay. I
veteran.
forgot. Yeah,
He's a good veteran.
yeah, they're gay now.
I think Draymond's
The best
mind and
Rudy in the
CP's
NBA.
mind together will help us win a bit more games. And I'm banking on Klay Thompson being better than he was last year. I think Stephen Curry
It's a bad bet.
will be the same. He's always Steph. And so that them being older to me and the addition of CP will win more games than Jordan Poole being in the roster and them not having the continuity because I think everybody will know their role. It's just executing it. Defense, too. CP's a great defender. I think the mind's
man.
At 39.
Come on,
He's
man.
always been okay. He's
always
okay.
been a good defender.
The mind he has cerebrally as a defender will help.
What?
John,
What is
cerebral.
cerebral?
What about
That's a word. You want to look it up?
It is a word.
his brain finna elevate him? Like,
His IQ, his basketball IQ, and
brother, you could be
Oh, you
smart
can
as
elevate
fuck.
his team.
like block his shot,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. You could be smart as fuck. So, like,
Yeah.
LeBron is coming
his
down the
brain
lane.
in terms of putting people into the right position, like Jonathan Kuminga, and giving his veteran leadership,
This ain't
and
My
put
Hero
these players
Academia,
into
bro.
a different team.
He has
It's
good
happened
defensive
before.
IQ. He has good
He
defensive
made
IQ.
he got DeAndre in a freaking
But it's
max
still, yeah,
contract.
but your body. I think that
body's gonna
I agree. He has good defensive
Yeah,
IQ.
he
I'm not
does,
talking
but I
about
think
his. I'm not
body's
talking about his
acceptable.
defense. I'm talking about the IQ he gets to the other players, like Kuminga.
I mean,
he
that's up
got
to
he
them.
made DeAndre in a good player.
Guys, also he's not
Both-
gonna
on
be
both
guarding
ends
their
of
best
the floor.
defender.
I mean, Aiden was a lottery
He's
pick.
He's only gonna play 20 minutes a game. He's not gonna play 30 unless he's been playing
We'll
pretty good.
see. He might be. Yeah, he
He'll
might
probably
be
play more
He's
than
salty.
that.
he's gonna be starting
might
for
be
the
playing like
beginning of the
25,
season.
28.
He might go to. He might do the fake laugh to Steve Kerr again.
He
when
doesn't
he
have a
comes
choice.
back.
He might have like
He doesn't have
28.
a choice
He's gonna have like 28 minutes. I bet you.
if he plays good.
That's decent.
But he'll be
Yeah.
starting for the beginning of the season because Draymond's out.
Omar, you look like
But
Kenneth
we'll
Lofton.
see. I think they're.
You don't even
I
look
think
like
they'll be
NBA
the
players.
fourth seed because of how old they are. I think they'll be better defensively, and I think they'll have more continuity with an older roster and veteran leadership, and that'll push them to the fourth seed. They were fifth seed last year. They've always been good with this roster. So
Gabe,
Keep
give
him.
your take.
They
on
weren't
it
sixth?
before.
They were
This
6
is-
seed.
They were 6 seed.
They were 6 seed.
No, they were.
Six, yeah.
They were 6 seed. They played the. They
Weren't the
played
Clippers and them like one game apart?
yeah, they're all
funny.
Yeah.
Same as the Suns.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
count
they
that.
were. All right, go ahead, Gabe. 4
So
and 3.
Man, Hassan said whole spiel, didn't he? So my number 4 is actually the Warriors as well.
Oh, these niggas tripping.
Pretty much.
That's why.
Pretty much.
Super
I don't think it's
Yes.
tripping. Honestly, this team is like showing time
tripping
and
a
time
little
again.
bit.
No matter what always we think they're gonna. Sorry.
It's tripping a
No
little
matter
bit,
what we
guys.
always think that they're gonna underperform, they're always like there, unless they're brutally injured. Like literally, Curry. If Curry plays, the team is making playoffs pretty comfortably. And I know Draymond's missing a couple games. I know you guys are saying the CP3 thing, but this formula is proven to work time
Oh,
and
yeah,
time
Draymond's
again.
already hurt, by the way. I totally
He's already
forgot
hurt.
That, yeah.
But I think they're gonna
For like a month.
weather the storm well and come back to the. How many games did they get? Like 3 weeks at the beginning.
Something
4.
like that, yeah.
I think they'll be able to hang
Somebody
on.
got hurt, so.
I think they'll be able to hang on for that time and come back and continue to win. I don't think. Now I say this because Hassan has some grand aspirations for the Warriors. I don't think they're going to contend. I think they're going to make playoffs comfortably in this Western standings, but contending is out of their reach nowadays.
Fourth is contending though.
No, you can get fourth, like how the Kings got third, and they're going to
They didn't
contend.
think they were contenders.
The Kings? No, we all agreed that they weren't at the time.
Yeah, they were not.
They're.
We literally most of us had first round exits.
Yes, we all
Because
picked
of
the
matchups.
Warriors.
No, imagine if they versus the Suns, if they versus like the Nuggets versus the Lakers, we were all saying that. So by that definition, they were not contending.
Yeah.
Therefore, I don't think the Warriors will contend, but they'll have a good season, in my opinion.
Third.
Hold that thought. We'll be right back. I got to change the battery. So, number 3, top 3 coming up.
Okay, for my number 3, I have the Phoenix Suns in here. Now, granted, I think these last couple teams are going to be close, but biasly, the Lakers and the Nuggets are going to do better than these guys. I can't even say it unbiasedly. I think the Lakers. I think the Lake.
At least he's honest.
I'll talk about more about the other teams, but I think
I
the
can
Suns.
unbiasedly say that.
Yeah, but the Suns, yes, they look like scary. Yes, 3 Dame. Oh my God, I can't even talk about them. They're too good. Hold on.
Wait, that's crazy.
Nah,
That's
hold on.
insane, crazy.
The Suns-
Yeah, niggas, oh my
They're
god.
so good, I
Oh
can't
my
even
God.
say words no more.
Oh my god.
You know who I am.
Give me 3. You know who I am.
That's insane.
But No, the Suns, obviously, they're going to be contending. Obviously, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal. Well, what more do I have to say? They surround themselves with good 3-and-D players.
I don't have to say anything.
And I think that they're going to be a top team to worry about in this year. Damn.
There you go. At least you got it out. I got the Suns at number 3 as well. I think the reason why I don't have them higher is because I don't think Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker will play all games in the season. I think one of them will take a break in between, which will result in losses.
Not Devin Booker.
So I think that their team's just too good not to be top 3. I think they added depth with the trade, and they had some really good offseason acquisitions like Eric Gordon. So I think they'll be number 3 at the end of the day.
And at 3.
I got the. Can you pass me the charge real quick? The charger. It's just connected to the brown cord. I got the Suns here too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, I have more like the 2 teams above them, which are obviously the Nuggets and the Lakers. They have less concerns than the Suns do, specifically defensively. Having Yusuf Nurkic be your rim protector, not the greatest thing in the world. I'm not too excited about that if I was to be a Suns fan. The offense is going to be insane. Probably one of, if not the best offensive teams in the league with KD, Book, and Bradley Beal. But again, they only had minimum contracts to fill out the team, and they did good with what they had. But still, you got to take that into consideration. They're not going to be as deep as the other teams in the league. I have defensive concerns. But with all that being said, they're still one of the best teams in the league. They're still going to be a top contender when you have those 3 guys on the team. And hopefully Frankie V can get them to buy in a little more defensively. But they're slotted in at number 3 for me.
Your 3?
All right. My number 3 will be a little surprising. I have Denver here.
Damn.
I personally think that they didn't make the off-season moves that I thought they were going to make. I don't think they got better. I think they got worse. I think they lost depth.
That's fair.
They did.
I think that they rely on their 2 players heavily, and I think that if one of them was ever to go out, that they'd have a problem.
Good analysis.
So, thanks, dude. So, yeah,
That's
they're
good. He
my
stole my
third.
pick.
They're my third.
That's crazy. He stole my pick. He was looking at my list.
Yeah, we're twins.
He's looking at my list. No, just kidding. But I also have the Nuggets. Like he said, like he touched on, when it comes to defensively, if you look at their star players, none of them, like Jokic is serviceable. Jamal Murray, he is decently when he's on effort. MPJ has shown us that he's not the greatest on defense. They lost their
Wait,
2.
a sniper.
He is a sniper. He does not pass.
Go.
the words you say
Definitely.
like the swinging ends with him. But
The possession is here.
they lost they lost Jeff Green and Bruce Brown, which were not just good pieces, but they were their probably 2 best defenders.
They were literally their 2 best bench players.
Yeah, they were their 2 best bench players, their 2 best defenders. They needed them, especially for the run that they had last year. And I feel like since they lost them, they're gonna take a step back defensively unless they, make some type of acquisitions for defenders, for wing defenders. But until then, I got them under the top teams. I know the Suns are my number 2.
Okay.
I understand they have a lot of defensive questions too, but I do believe that they'll take a decent step. 1, not having Ayton not wanting to try, and 2, Vogel being a pretty decent defensive coach. I think hopefully he can scheme up some things to make their defense serviceable enough to where their insane offense still is, too much for other teams to handle. I think that, if KD or Beal miss some games, I don't think Book's going to miss that many games. He's always been pretty durable. But barring health, I think they'll stay decently healthy. I don't think either Beal or KD will have long-time injuries. I feel like they'll probably play 60, 65, but nothing less than 55, I think they'll have a relatively healthy year. But so I think that they're not as complete as them top men over there.
Yeah, and they
That's
got
fair.
Bol too.
Yeah, and they got Bobo. The Bobo resurgence.
Demigod.
Yeah, if he starts going crazy, comes the next
5
KD.
minutes, he'll be okay.
Yeah, they might have 2 KDs.
Burst off the
They
bench.
might have 2 KDs.
Two
Just
KDs.
KD and Bobo.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
Isaac.
fair. I like that.
Okay. So, if I'm being non-biased, I would have the Lakers at 2.
Okay.
Personally, I think that they should edge out Phoenix because they are better on defense, and they do obviously have offense. But I think we don't have any depth at all. Off the top of my head, I don't know that much about basketball, but Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Who do you guys like on our bench?
No, don't worry about it. Just keep
Okay.
going. Keep going. Just keep going,
Tell
bro.
me who you guys like
Just
on
keep
our
going,
bench.
bro. Just keep going, bro. No, just keep
Off
going.
our bench, like who's gonna cook? Just
Everybody, but keep going, bro.
Wood, Rui Hachimura too. He's off the bench still.
Okay, Hachi.
We still got
Gabe
Vando. We still
Vincent,
got
Gabe
Torian
Vincent,
Prince.
Cam Reddish.
Torian Prince.
Yeah, Torian Prince.
Okay.
Jackson Hayes. Hopefully
He'll
he's
get
a
some
good
minutes.
body.
No.
So,
Hopefully he's a
I'm not
good
letting
big
you
body.
push that agenda.
We pushing the Jackson Hayes
Max
agenda.
Christie.
Max Christie.
Yeah, he
Oh,
liked
brother. Oh.
Young Kobe.
that. Shut up with your geezer ass team.
Young Kobe.
Yeah, Golden State is that.
I'm gonna finish this take.
You wish you had Max Christie on your team. Don't even cap.
He would be your most promising young player. He would be your most promising young player.
Then
That
getting
dude
jumped.
is not playing on your roster.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he
not.
is.
Bet he gets regular season minutes.
How many?
I don't know, not many, but he'll play for sure.
Max
What
Christie.
is 5 playing?
I mean, if Bo's 5 minutes a game is serviceable.
We'll
I think he'll get like 15.
Yeah, when
10,
AD
15.
takes his break, so we'll see Max Christie out there.
That's why. I think
No, he's not playing for sure. He not playing.
Jalen Hayes.
Name the whole 15 man. Everybody's playing.
Maxwell Lewis.
Damn.
Everybody playing on the
Get
roster.
30 minutes.
What's that, bro? Colin Castleton?
Oh, I forgot. Dude, I forgot.
Cam
he was on
Reddish.
to you.
Cam Reddish.
He might actually
He might
play.
see
He
a
might
few
actually
minutes.
play.
At the
He'll
beginning of the
see
season,
minutes because
until
they're gonna
he
be
gets the
trying stuff
Lakers
out.
curse and missing
No,
all
no,
their
no, no,
shots.
no,
Reddish
no,
is
no.
locked in
Don't
this
wish
year.
that
Cam
upon
Reddish
us,
is
bro.
locked
They're gonna be rotating lineups trying to figure.
Yeah,
shit
they're
out,
gonna
too.
be a lot of players playing,
I don't
bro.
want to see 3 guards.
We're super deep. But is that it, Isaac, or you got
yeah,
more?
we relied too much on LeBron and AD. I think Reeves and Hachi, we signed them because we think that they could step up in their, you know what I mean? When
Preach,
they need
Isaac,
them.
preach, bro.
Yeah, because if Bron is out, AD can't carry that work. So.
Right, we've never seen that, but we've never seen
But-
AD carry a team, right?
But if AD's out, LeBron, low-key
Right,
can-
40-year-old LeBron, right?
Yeah. Both are.
He's still the man. Still LeBron, baby.
I disagree.
You think he's gonna fall off? This
I
year?
disagree.
I don't want to say fall off, but he's not carrying
do as
nothing,
much.
bro. He's not
No, I
carrying
didn't
anything.
Say carry, but I think he
You
has
did,
better-
though.
Listen, don't
You
encourage him. He's
said
actually believing in
verbatim.
him.
You said carry.
No.
I'll carry your torch, brother. I'll carry your
bet you I
torch.
said
Go
something
ahead.
different.
What, you gonna
Nice.
skip over my team?
No, I said you go ahead. Go ahead.
This is number 2. Let me talk about the Nuggets real quick before we talk about the Lakers. I got Nuggets at number 2. Omari made some good points, actually. Maybe reconsider where I put them just because. Like, their starting lineup is, if not the best, one of the best in the league. They literally just won a championship, but they have no depth. They're going to rely on Christian Braun and all these rookies they drafted, like from last year, Peyton Watson or Julian Strother this year, who you guys don't know who those people are, let's be real. But neither do I, really. I haven't seen much of them play basketball,
The
but
Asian guy,
they're relying on who?
the guy from the Nets. What's his name?
He's
He's on the Suns.
Yeah.
Yuta Watanabe.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Nuggets.
that motherfucker.
Okay. Yeah, so their depth is really going to hurt them because they have no bench play. I mean, Christian Braun's really going to have to step into that Bruce Brown role, and then one of their other players is going to have to take the Jeff Green role. It's just a lot to ask of them. But with that being said, still one of the best starting lineups. I mean, Jokic is the best player in the league. Him and Jamal Murray with that pick and roll combo won them championships. So, still going to be a good team. I'm not necessarily sure they're going to be even caring about the regular season anymore coming off a championship. So I could see them slipping even past number 3 because they're really playing for the postseason at this point. I think once you get that ring, like we saw with Giannis in Milwaukee, they stop going after that number 1 seed, at least intentionally. So I got them at 2, but I could see them falling lower than some of the other teams who are more hungry than them.
All right. Well, I have the Los Angeles Lakers at number 2.
Boo.
I think they made a lot of additions onto their roster. They'll be better than they were last year. They made it to the Western Conference Finals last year. I think they'll carry that momentum into the regular season and end at number 2. The deficiencies that I see in this roster, though, I don't think Austin Reeves will be as good as he once was. But that's not going to hurt the team as much. How am I hating?
Just
I
keep
don't
going.
think that'll carry the team as much. I think player Christian Wood was a big addition. I think Rui will take a bigger step. I always liked his game. Everything. I don't know if AD will play as many. I don't know if he will play like 65 games.
Oh, I was like,
Injury
bro, what did
injury
you-
reasons,
okay,
yeah.
that's like-
Same as Braun. I don't know what he's going to look like if he's going to be healthy. He's been hurt past 2 seasons. Obviously, he's getting older. He's the oldest player in the league. So the risk of injury is obviously higher for him. So that's another reason why I'll have him at 2. Even if one of them is out, I think the bench players can help them still be a good team. But I'm assuming that AD and LeBron won't play as many games because they always are hurt. But if they're not, I mean, shoot, prove me wrong. But yeah, I think their bench and their bench players and the additions that they made is the reason why they'll be number 2 this year, and the momentum they had going into the Western Conference Finals.
All right.
Okay. And at my number 2, I have the Denver Nuggets here. But upon hearing Bez and Omari give their reasons as the Nuggets, they could slip down to 3 or 4 since they might not care. But he made a good point. He made a really good point.
In the regular season,
Their
depth
depth-
matters.
Yeah,
a
the
lot
regular
more.
season to them is not going to matter as much anymore because, they made it to the promised land. They got the ring. Now they're just going to try and hopefully repeat the process
yeah.
later on, late game. So losing, at first I was thinking, okay, losing Bruce Brown and Green was not going to be a big deal. But honestly, it might end up being a big deal during the regular season if people like Chris Brown have to step up. Then you need another Chris Brown on that team because Chris Brown's going to try and be Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
So in essence, I think they might be worse than last year. Obviously, Jokic is not going to let them be past 6th in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you might never know. They might lose a couple more games than they should. I just have them being second along with my first place team. I'm picking the Lakers. Some of us
W
probably
picks,
have.
good
Some of
taste.
us probably already have the Lakers at number 1.
Rightfully so.
Hassan, I don't give a fuck. Listen,
The correct people.
let me tell you something. This Lakers team, we haven't talked anything about media day or offseason that much on the podcast at all. But from what we've all seen go on in the past month or 2 months, it's looking very good. The additions we've made. Can I finish? Can I finish talking? Can I finish talking? Can I finish talking? Can
Why
I
are you
finish
hating,
talking?
bro? Let the man speak.
Let me finish talking.
Let the man speak. You a
Is this your
hater.
team? I'm sorry.
The Warriors had a bad
sorry, you
media
got- you
day.
had a
Chris
10
Paul looked like he wanted to die.
Not true at all.
Listen, you were
You're
writing a 5-minute script on the Warriors being 4th. Let me talk about the Lakers being 1st.
yeah.
This
Preach,
is more,
bro.
This deserves more.
He's hating on Lake Show.
This just had me remind. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Okay.
It's media day. We're talking about media day.
I was talking about media day and the
Yeah,
offseason.
he was really interrupted
Jackson
you.
Hayes. Sorry. Chris, since you hate him so much. Christian Wood.
Yeah, don't-
Re-signing Austin Reeves. Re-signing Rui Hachimura. These are big things that are going to happen for the next
Vando.
season. Vando. We getting Vando back. This is amazing. We got
Vando,
Gabe
Vando.
Vincent in the
This is
offseason. I can name a few more. Max Christie showing promise as well. There's just a few things that's going on.
Demoy Hodge. No, just kidding.
But
name the G League players too. Go ahead.
All right, Vincent Valerio Bodon, Alex Fudge.
Got the South Bay going crazy.
That bro not even on two-way no more. He's just on the G League team.
But pretty much what I was gonna say is, knowing what we are here now, that we're kind of at a consensus that the Lakers being first, as to what they were our previous last year standings, the Lakers being consensus play-in team, has come a long way from that last season to now. I just wanted to appreciate that.
Yeah,
and how
shout
we're
out
here
to
now. So,
Robert Cooked.
Rob cooked.
Get Rob on the phone. Said it won't be
Who's
long.
your number 1, Hassan?
We know it's a glazed session right here. And come now.
I chose the Suns. All right, my number 1 is the Denver Nuggets.
Wait. So it's Denver or
Denver.
Suns? Okay. So
Suns
what
were
Suns
3.
were 3?
Yeah,
All
Suns were
right. Bet.
I actually like the point Omari made, but it's kind of reverse as to why I have them at number 1. Nuggets is like a small market, so they actually need to win games to stay relevant. I know they won the chip, but Jokic, their best player, does not care about the sport. It's kind of different.
That doesn't matter though.
It does matter because
How does
it's
that
not-
help your case though? That makes it harder
He
for
won
you
a
to
chip.
argue.
No. It actually makes my point very easy because the reason that he doesn't care about the sport is because he plays the game. He always plays every single game, so they'll keep continuing to try to win games. They're not going to take days off. He never takes days off. The way that he plays the game of basketball is let me say this. The way that he plays the game of basketball is helpful for him to play 82 games. He doesn't
He's just not athletic and he doesn't jump and shit. Okay.
So he'll play games. He's the best player in the world. I think that factor will help them win as many games as possible. Yes, they lost key bench players, but I think Jamal Murray, coming off of the injury after 2 years, he'll be a better player. And that pick and roll, like you said, is pretty deadly. And it's different from the Giannis situation because of how he plays basketball games. He needs to take games off rather than Jokic and how he plays. So
I get that.
He'll try to play all 82. I think he always plays 75, and his presence on the court is just ridiculous. They were 6th seed without Jamal Murray, and their team was really bad. They had Facu Campazzo starting and Austin Reeves. Come on,
Rivers.
Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
Now, they had Austin Reeves, they'd be winning the chip.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be nice as fuck. He'd be
Yeah, Austin Rivers. So I think because of who Jokic is, Mike Malone wants to prove himself again. I think they're going to try to get the first seed and show everybody that they're capable of repeating. And Jokic is really good too, so that helps. They won.
I agree with a lot of things you said, but I also think if they get 2 or 3, it's not that bad. If they don't
It's
get
not.
1, I don't think they'll be oh no, they still got home court advantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll probably be fine. So
I'm saying they'll try to get 1 though. They won't be 6th, like Gabe said.
Okay. Yeah, that might be a little crazy, but yeah.
Not playing.
As you all should know by now, Lakers #1. I think what really will take them over the top, obviously you got AD and LeBron, one of the best duos in the league. That in and of itself, we've seen them win a championship. I could go on about them. I could glaze them for hours. I'm a pro at that. But what I really think will take us over the top is the depth we added. I think we're 2 or 3 deep at every position, and especially during the regular season, that's important. In the playoffs, you shorten the rotation. Guys are not going to play as much, so that's a little more nuanced, and that's where you want to be top-heavy more so. But during the regular season, like you said, guys are going to get banged up. Maybe certain matchups will promote certain players. Like, I'm very confident that Rui will be closing games against certain teams, while Vando will be closing games against other teams, depending on what the team needs. Yeah, I mean, well, if we need defense, I think it's Vando. If we need more offense, it's Rui. That type of situation. Same thing even with the guards potentially, with Gabe Vincent more defensive, D'Angelo Russell more offensive. Just the fact that we can throw all these looks at teams. Christian Wood, he can play with AD in the lineup, without AD. I mean, yeah, he did say that. So, yeah, I think the fact that we're deep at 2 or 3 deep at every position will help us in the regular season significantly. That depth is really important on back-to-backs on nights where guys might not want to come out and try as hard. We got guys that are going to be fighting for playing time, like even dudes like Cam Reddish, who played heavy minutes for teams like the Trailblazers and the Knicks in the past, might get 10 minutes a game if they're lucky on this team. So when they do get in the game, they're going to be trying their tails off. And I think that's a big addition, on top of the fact that, like you said, the momentum we're building from Western Conference Finals, only adding to that team, Taurean Prince, Gabe Vincent, bringing all the guys back. So I think this is one of the best, deepest Lakers teams that's been there in a while, especially around LeBron James. This might be the deepest team he's been on in a long time. Obviously, he's not as good as he was. I think we're deeper than the bubble. I think obviously LeBron is not as good as he was like on the Cavs and Heat, but team construction-wise, like he can afford to take those breaks because we're so deep. So I got the Lakers at #1 because they got a multitude of guys at different positions to get it done.
Good energy coming into camp.
Yeah, good vibes. Good vibes. I like the good vibes too.
I have the Suns at 1. I like what Bez was saying about the Lakers. The only thing I will say is that we probably will rest maybe LeBron and AD a little more throughout the season.
Oh, we're good. Shit, I just got to turn you
the
up.
Suns will probably play the starters a little more. So I think they'll win more games. I think we're going to try and play our youngins a little more. So that might be some growing pains in terms of our standings. But I do think the Suns' top 3 players, that's going to be fucking crazy.
Majority of the games, I can see them finishing at 1-2.
Utah's good too. That Asian fuck. He's
Watanabe, yeah.
Why do you keep bringing up Watanabe, bro?
He is good though.
But it's like he's not.
He's a good shooter.
He's the only guy I'm glazing, guys. What the fuck?
Why are you glazing him?
Eric Gordon
He's a
is
good shooter.
cool.
Like candy.
Hassan likes him because Utah was glazing KD.
Why are you glazing Isaac?
See
Yeah,
that?
let me get glazed. But yeah, but I like those guys though. I think they'll be good.
Omari.
All right.
Got the best team at #1.
Yes,
the
sir.
Lakers.
Factual evidence.
I think that
It's gonna be a fun
considering
season for me to
everything-
watch. The demise of
Me
the
too.
Lakers.
Every single
Me
thing
too.
they
Ain't no demise going on here.
Go ahead.
considering every single thing they added, I feel like they have now lineups that can make AD especially more versatile. Like they can put in 4 AD lineup. They can put it in a 5 AD lineup. They can put in. They still got LeBron James. Like he
He
was
can run
looking
all
insane.
5 positions.
Yeah,
too.
he's literally basketball.
He is basketball. He is a basketball messiah.
But I don't think that like LeBron. Obviously, like you said, he's not Cavs and Heat LeBron. But seeing what we saw last year, especially while he was healthy, and what we seen in the playoffs when he wasn't that healthy,
Yeah.
I feel like
Still top 15
regardless
player.
of, regardless of if he wants to rest or not, like I think who LeBron is, like he's gonna still try his best to do as best as he can. Like I don't think he's gonna like when he's in there, he's gonna play as best as he can, and he's still gonna end up averaging 25 plus in my opinion. Like, and I think that with everything they have around him, plus if him and AD are healthy, obviously for the entire season, or at least the majority of the season,
There's no
I
way.
feel like that'll.
My fault.
I think AD is in for. He says he's gonna try to play all 82.
I feel like this is going to be one of his healthier seasons in a
Yeah,
minute.
I do
Me
too.
too. Like,
I just don't
you
think
know-
LeBron will play because he's 40.
He
He doesn't
as long-
have to.
I feel like
Yeah.
he.
I
I
just-
feel
And
like
he
since,
gets leeway with the new rules because he's like over
Yeah.
a certain veteran
Age.
limit.
Plus, it's like mid game. He doesn't
It's not
have to
good
go
for
so
him.
crazy. Like he was literally going insane because we had Westbrook on our team. Like, like he was having to try like absolutely 100 like
Yeah.
everything. You know,
Yeah, I think his
all the
assist
time,
numbers will
like-
go up this year, and his
Yeah.
scoring maybe down a little bit.
I think it'll be closer to the 20 season.
Yeah,
For him?
25 and 10, or
Yeah, 25 and 10
I
type
think
season.
that's
Because
good, yeah.
I have a
at the end of the
question
day, he's
for
still
you
the
guys,
point
though.
guard. Like he's still the ball handler. You know?
Decision
Like,
maker,
He's still the
we'll say
decision
that,
maker.
yeah.
Yeah, like-
Do you guys think Darvin Ham can utilize? I like the point that you guys said about the how many how many lineups that you guys can do with the players that you have. Do you think Darvin Ham can utilize that to the best of its ability, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the media day. I've seen a lot of Darvin Ham interviews. Obviously, he's the coach. I want to know what like his game plan is. He said he's tinkering with lineups already. He's tried running big lineups where it's AD. The shortest player is 6'6". It was AD, Christian Wood, LeBron, and Austin Reeves was the point guard, and Rui was in there too, or something like that. So he's experimenting. Obviously, it's too early to tell, but he's definitely going to try different things. And I think what really matters is we have to figure out during the regular season which lineups work for the playoffs. With not having continuity last year, we kind of had to figure out in the playoffs like which ones worked and which ones didn't work. But now we have a full season, plus these new pieces. We'll have a lot more time to figure it out. So I'm okay with him doing crazy shit at the beginning of the year, like 5-guard lineups, whatever. I don't care as long as.
Not the
No, no, I mean,
I'd rather have 5 bigs.
but yeah, maybe 5-guard is a little too crazy. But just in that whole idea of just trying lineups out, I'm gonna be okay with it. Second half of the year playoffs is when that really matters. But I think he's shown ability to get guys to buy in, so I'm sure he can do it again this year. He got
It doesn't
LeBron
work.
on the
I think
side.
he'll be on the hot seat for sure with
I
this
don't think
roster.
so.
You don't think so?
Well,
He
if we're
doesn't get-
losing
yeah.
games, yeah. But if I'm not so. If he's doing like weird shit, I don't think he'll be on the hot seat. If we're still winning, I don't think it'll matter.
Just losing games.
Yeah, obviously that could be said about most coaches that aren't like championship proven.
I just want
Yeah,
him to like
yeah.
if I just want him to like if he sees the lineup not working, and I know I'm watching the game, and he has 3 guards in, and we go down like 12. I just want him to like make the sub. I don't understand why he like continued this. If as long as he just makes the sub like in time, I won't get as mad.
I
I know I'm
understand,
watching. I'm not
though.
in the game.
Yeah, I understand his point of view. Like you want to let guys play through mistakes, but there's just like a fine line of like when to take people out. It's
Bench
just-
them,
It's hard,
please.
but it's hard though. It's hard. It's easier
Yeah.
to say when you're watching. But it's
Exactly.
like when you're a coach making that choice and you know the player personally and like what they're capable of, you're like you don't want to yank them and
Yeah.
kill their confidence.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm watching. I don't know, but it's like, please, Darvin. I don't know, but just begging, please.
All right. We should say our whole rankings.
Yeah, let's go one by one. Give him the mic. He'll go
Gabe?
1 through. He go or 15 through
Should I
1,
do the
whatever.
eighth? Oh,
15 through 1.
15 through 1?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
go.
we can
Just
make
don't say the number. You can just go in order.
Okay.
It's fine.
From worst, okay. My Western Conference predictions are the Blazers, the Spurs, the Jazz, the Rockets, the Thunder, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Mavericks, Kings, Clippers, Warriors, Suns,
Yeah.
Nuggets, Lakers.
Good job. You got through it. Said-
All right. At 15, I got the Spurs, Portland, Utah, Houston, OKC, Mavericks, Timberwolves, Pelicans, Kings, Grizzlies, Clippers, Warriors, Suns, Lakers, and Nuggets.
Ew. Ew.
You can hear the meat in his neck. That's crazy.
You got stuck saying that.
I should have worn my beanie today.
All right. Starting from 15, working our way up, we got the Spurs, the Trailblazers, the Utah Jazz, Houston Rockets, Pelicans, Kings, Mavericks, Warriors, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Thunder, OKC stand-up, Clippers, Suns, Nuggets, and the Los Angeles Lakers.
I got San Antonio, Portland, Utah, Houston, Oklahoma, New Orleans, right? Hold on. I got New Orleans. I got Minnesota. I got Sacramento, Dallas, Golden State, Los Angeles Clippers, Memphis, Lakers. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, Denver. Denver, Lakers, Phoenix.
All right. Omari,
All right.
finish it
so
off for us.
From worst to best, I got Spurs, Blazers, Rockets, Jazz, Thunder, Wolves, Pelicans, Mavericks, Warriors, Grizzlies, Clippers, Kings, Nuggets, Suns, Lakers.
All right, you let us know in the comment section below who has the most accurate standings.
Omari.
You can use that little
And
bit for
why is it
TikToks too.
Why is it gay?
Yeah, why is it gay?
All right. Eastern Conference next. That will be easier for sure.
All right, now Eastern Conference. Let's go.
Right now? Hell no. Yeah, you did the outro. I mean, you did the intro today. You could do the outro. Oh my god.
I can hear that from here.
That shit is so loud.
Yeah,
It
it was
is
on.
loud.
YouTube
It is
video
loud.
is really loud.
Yeah, I gotta turn it down.
I got scared. I was in the headphones.
I was like, what the fuck? Is this?
I heard that shit from Bez's earphones. He was
That
like,
shit was loud. I gotta look at the dial before I press the fucking sound effect, dude.
Thank you for watching the Bottom Line podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
yes, sir.
And give us comments and ideas of what you want us to do next. Next episode will be Eastern Conference rankings and NFL pick'ems too.
Yeah,
So,
tune in. Hopefully Isaac's there for the pick'ems.
Sir,
Are we?
need his
Are we?
NFL prediction.
Are we streaming that again?
Yes.
Like, okay, so just
I will be, I
hop
will.
on that
Yes,
bitch.
I
Yeah,
will.
you could be taking a shit if you really need.
No, shit, preferably not.
You don't
but
even
Yeah,
need your camera.
please don't.
Yeah.
But
I'll be there,
All right.
just like Hassan and Omar.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go. I will be there too.
And Gabe.
And Gabe.
all right.
Question mark.
That nigga Captain.
All right,
All right, thank you,
that's,
guys.
that's all for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one.
Good night, y'all.